Local radio brings people together like never before.
It's a beautiful hometown weekend out there. We've got
Your local stations keep you informed and involved with music, talk shows, and real-time news updates you can trust. We are live and local. We are America's broadcasters, connecting you to what matters most. Text radio to 52886 and tell Congress to support your local radio stations.
Message and data rates may apply. You may receive up to 4 messages a month, and you may text STOP to STOP.
This message furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters.
We are CRN.
Stay tuned. We're live in 3 minutes. We're live in 2 minutes.
We are CRN.
Stay tuned. We're live in 1 minute. Seconds until showtime. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4.
Look at you go. The one-trip grocery champ, snooze button resistor, master sock matcher. We know the daily grind can be tough, but amidst the hustle, we see you conquer it all. And at Scooter's Coffee, we believe it's the little wins that deserve some big moments of joy. So go on, embrace that tiny triumph. You master parallel parker you. Take that victory lap and savor the sweet taste of success. Scooter's Coffee, you didn't just order it, you earned it.
(1931) was not exactly a great year to start a business, but that's when Allstate opened its doors. And through the 12 recessions since, they've noticed that after the fears subside, a funny thing happens. People start enjoying the small things in life. A home-cooked meal, time with loved ones, appreciating the things we do have, the things we can count on. It's back to basics. And the basics are good. Protect them. Put them in good hands.
The North Carolina High School Athletic Association welcomes you to tonight's game.
We are excited to celebrate the hashtag NCHSAA Game Locked In, which honors everything that makes high school sports special.
Let's continue to create a positive, welcoming environment for everyone. Cheer loudly, support your team, show respect to officials, opponents, and each other.
Let's make tonight's game one to remember, full of pride, positivity, and what it means to be truly locked in.
I'm your overly competitive brother. I'm ready for a rematch. Game on.
I've been practicing.
What, the cello? You want me to lower the hoop?
Foul.
What, are you going to tell me again?
Foul.
Yeah.
Foul, bro.
Here, take a free shot. Go ahead, knock
You're
yourself
about to get served.
Seriously?
Get Allstate. Save money and be protected from mayhem. Like me. Love you, Mom.
Wait till your father gets home.
This copyrighted telecast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or used in any form without the authorized written consent. We hope you enjoyed today's broadcast.
The following is an exclusive broadcast presentation of the Community Radio Network. We are CRN. More details at wearecrn.com.
The final day of the 2025 edition of the North Carolina High School Athletic Association State Championships roll into coverage in Western North Carolina. And we're back in the eastern side of Durham County Memorial Stadium, our location, as we welcome you back after great coverage by Josh Reimer and Alan Dietz. They'll have the coverage of the Tarboro-Murphy game after our afternoon game coming up later tonight. Crest and Hunt today, this afternoon. Kinston and Shelby ready to roll for their opportunity at the 3A West and East in the state championship. Welcome back to our coverage on the Community Radio Network alongside our amazing crew. This is a very fast all-state pregame kickoff. Everybody is getting into position. Everybody's getting ready to go. Mark Coates, the passionate color man. My buddy Robbie Morrell. I'm Wesley Outland. We'll check in with our sideline reporters in a moment. And first time, over there. No. First time to this stadium.
Yeah, it's a little different. We've had the last couple of days.
Like sardines in radio, but we're making it work, right?
We are squeezed in, or we've been squoze in, whatever you want to say. But it's a little different than we've had at Keenan. But you know what? What we got to look at here is the beautiful blue sky out in front of us.
It's beautiful.
It is. And it is a phenomenal day for football. 52, 53 degrees, beautiful sunshine.
Yes.
So we're excited about what's going on.
And we welcome you to our coverage, of course. It is going to get down into the lower 20s tonight, but it's right now 54 degrees. A perfect afternoon for football. Sunny skies, and we'll find out from that in a moment. We check in with Kevin and Patty Stump covering Kinston, covering Shelby. We'll be Braxton Kutch and our All-State sideline reporters. Bree Ramey's in the house. Now, she's not on the mic. She's mic shy, but she is running our camera. And you know what? If I could go back and do it again, I say this in no disrespect. I wouldn't have used her services because I didn't realize how small the field is. But she does a phenomenal job with the camera. She will be at Greensboro tomorrow, and we have her here today. But logistically, we could see the field from here.
Oh, yeah,
but with what we done at Keenan Stadium, you're so high up in the air, right? You look like little dots.
Little ants are falling in.
Bree's going to give us a good view because Robbie gave us small rosters, so we have big camera view. We have small rosters. It's all good though, man. We're ready to go today for this game, Robbie.
Yeah, and I think
I say that jokingly.
Oh,
right?
I know. So I mean, it's going to be a great battle. You talk about a storied program over there at Shelby. They've been here a few times. They've won some state championships, and then Kinston. Kinston coming into their thing. So it's just going to be. Kinston should be extremely excited about this being here. They've been here, I think Kinston been here 4 times.
Yes.
They've won one, lost a couple. This is going to be a fun time, and it's a rematch from the 2015 championship game.
You're exactly right.
That Shelby did win, by 30 or so, 57-21.
That's right.
So, if anything, that's a little bit of bulletin board material for Kinston coming in and saying, hey, what happened last time we were here with these guys?
Yeah, Shelby and Kinston have played each other before. This is the 18th appearance for the Shelby Lions to be here at State. The school was founded in 1877. They're based out of Cleveland County. Last time I was in Shelby was when I announced at Cleveland County Speedway in Lawndale, North Carolina. Eli Workman is the principal. Mike Wilbanks is athletic director and coach. They are donning gold Lions for their mascot, black and gold for their colors. From Durham County Stadium, they're 184 miles. From Kinston, their opponent, 283 miles. And checking in for the Shelby Lions. Another phenomenal game, another phenomenal day to wrap up 3 days of coverage. Our buddy that's heading to Liberty for next year for college, our All-State sideline reporter, Braxton Cutchin. How you doing, buddy? Good afternoon.
Good, Wesley. Right now, the Shelby Golden Lions, man, the 8 state title appearance. I mean, that's a lot. And even going back to the days of the NCHSAA championship as well, they played 9 times in that. So a football program that is no stranger to the big stage. It's going to be a good one this afternoon.
Yeah, absolutely, Braxton. So like you said, they've been here a while, but on the opposite side of the spectrum, you got Kinston. Kinston, little town, just east of Raleigh, about 100 miles, but 19,000 people. When you look at the campus themselves, the school has been there since 1979. They're in Lenoir County. Their principal over there is Kellen Bryant. The AD is Jackson Fink. Head coach is Coach Ryan Gieselman. They are the mascot. Their mascot is the Vikings, and their colors are green and gold. Those are my old high school colors. When you talk about travel to and fro, they had to travel 110 miles here to get here, and Shelby came 283. So again, it's
a long way.
It's a long way, and those Western teams have historically had to go along. We had some guys that were 310, 370 for the last couple of days. So, but I think that with the history that Shelby has of being here, I think they can handle that extra distance. Kinston, I look forward to them. I watched a little bit of film on them, a little bit coming in here at 11-4. Scored 555 points this year. So it's going to be a pretty good game.
And Mark, I say this jokingly, we're Switzerland for CRN for broadcasting because we have Shelby Radio broadcasting on one side of the spectrum of us. We have Kinston Radio on the other side. We're like ESPN Radio to their home radio away networks, right?
Yeah, well, that's true, but
is that the nice way of putting it?
It is, but I'm gonna tell you now.
You're rooting Kinston, right?
I'm rooting for Kinston in the hunt because they're from the east.
I just saw an ugly look.
We got family on that side of town because my wife and all is from Nash County and works down in Goldsboro. So yeah, got the pull from them boys down there at Hunt and them boys from Kinston tonight.
Representing the Kinston Vikings as our All-State sideline reporter, reminding you, North Carolina, you're in good hands with Allstate. Contact your local Allstate agent today. Always great hearing from this man. He played football. He knows the game of football. He can do it in the booth and on the sideline. Kevin Stump, what you going to be watching with Kinston? Are you rooting on the East too, buddy? All right. I heard him queue up.
He did queue up, I thought.
Come on, Kevin. Let me get away from this. I think he's got an interference. Try it now, Kevin.
Oh.
Well.
Oh well.
He tried to.
Yeah, we'll check in with him. Here comes the Kinston.
Yeah, both teams are coming out now. Yeah. So you got Kinston
and Shelby are coming out. Yeah.
Shelby to the left. Kinston to the right.
Yeah, Shelby's in their home blacks today with the gold helmets, black on black, pants and jersey, white numbers. Kinston's coming out white on white. So white helmets, green K on the helmet, white pants, white jersey, and a lot of them are even wearing white shoes. So,
hey, Kevin, let's toss it back down to you again, buddy. Go ahead. If you could stop walking, I see where you're cutting your mic on. Go ahead and give us an update of what you're going to be watching with Kinston today, buddy.
Yeah. All right. Now, yeah, absolutely. I mean, you're going to have to watch out for their starting quarterback, Tyler Jones. He's looking to throw the ball in the air and try to get to his wide receivers, Tyreek Copper, and maybe the running back, Wiggins. He's going to have a good day.
There's the thoughts of Kevin, and he will be giving us an update. We're making some adjustments with the antenna. We're a lot lower on the ground than we were high up in the air, and I think the higher we go with these antennas, the better it is.
Absolutely.
We're making the best of it, though. We are making the best of it. So those are presented by Allstate, and let's go to public address now as they're getting ready to introduce
full of pride,
both teams,
and what it means to
state championship on the line. Mark, are you pooped out calling football for the last 3 days, buddy?
No, I mean I'm excited. I'm excited about today. I mean it's been a long couple of days to leave home early in the morning and not get back home till probably 1 o'clock at night. But it's a Saturday that the spending the night in Chapel Hill last night. Good shower, good breakfast this morning, and looking forward to a good day of football here.
And you made a good idea moving the antenna. We had a little humbuzz, but I think it's all gone now. Everybody's happy. As they all say, all quiet on the Western Front. So there you go. There you go.
Depictions or descriptions of this game
Mark's buzzing now.
Consent
Mark's got the bee buzz going.
I'm mute you.
Descriptions of this game without consent of the
No, and what a fun time it's been with all you guys. And I do want to acknowledge Jackie Posey, Kim Winslow. Thank you for them, what they've done. And obviously, we're glad that you guys are here. Bree Ramey's a part of the team now. And, of course, we have Kevin Stump and Patty helping out, joining us as well. So, regular crew for the last 3 days. Enjoyed it. Braxton, what's your take of, obviously, the state championships? You've played in a state championship before. Not football, but baseball. But you do know the atmosphere of what it's like to go for a state title.
Yeah, it feels like every mistake or every great play is heightened even to a bigger extent than what it already is, even with the game meaning what it means, having a bigger stadium, a bigger crowd than what you've had all year. It means a little bit more, and you get amped up to play these kind of games as here comes the Shelby Golden Lions right now in front of me.
Donning the USA flag and the Tar Heel flag busting through the banner. And wait a minute, look at this tradition. Look at this down here on the field.
They got a little dog pile.
They got a little dog. Look at, oh my goodness. Bree, zoom in. What in the world?
I've never seen this.
They are making a dog pile.
The pregame dog pile.
Look
I don't know
at
if I want to be
this.
those bottom six that were out there.
I'm going to tell you.
Do they do this every game? Wow.
We just got confirmation.
The Shelby Golden Lions just made a big dog pile without any leashes needed. And here comes Kinston. All right, you got to one-up them here. What are they going to do, Mark?
Hey, I have no idea. Look at that. They may have their backs turned and didn't see that. So it's like, what are they going to do? Who knows? But, that just kind of sets a tone as Shelby, in my interpretation of the pregame dog pile, that's anticipation of the after-game dog pile.
Here comes the Kinston Vikings. We call it C-Town for Clayton. It's K-Town for Kinston. The dog pile by Shelby to get things started. That was, I'm going to tell you, Mark, I've called broadcasting for 30 years. That's probably the most unique entrance I've ever seen
I've got
in
to
any
say,
level of sport, ever.
Yeah, most definitely.
I don't know if that was planned. I don't know if they do that every week for Friday Night Lights.
We got confirmation. It's every week. Yeah.
Every week.
Shelby crew down beside us said, nope, that's every week.
Well, them boys are eating their meat and potatoes in Cleveland County. I can tell you that much. Here comes Kinston adorning the white on white with the white helmets and the gold K.
A little more traditional entrance. Just come on in.
They're just here for the party, right?
Just come on in.
Wow. Hey, Kevin, down to you for Kinston. Have you ever seen an intro like that by Shelby? I mean,
go ahead. Mark Hurt. The umpire, Harry Brown.
No, I've never seen
that.
That was pretty impressive. Like, I'm telling you.
Field judge.
It's good to see. It's good to see as well, Wesley. The crowds have come out again. It is a state championship game, so it's great to see all of these communities who have made their way to the tournament. The state championship tournament, if you will. Then they've all traveled very, very well.
And Mark, Coach, this is not like Keaton Stadium, right? I mean, there's more of an intimate. I mean, it's a college field, the home of the Shaw Bears, but it's more of an intimate atmosphere, if you will, for this game.
It's much more easily accessible. The hills are a lot flatter here than they are at Chapel Hill.
Yeah, and this is probably a capacity of maybe probably 15,000 on both sides. You take them all together. But it's like I said, we're looking across the street and it's pretty good.
It's a beautiful day for football, and it is 53 degrees at 2 o'clock. We pause now for the playing of the national anthem. Coming up, the coin toss and the kickoff for the state championship of 3A football. When we come back, we'll also pause for station identification as we are at the top of the hour.
This is the Community Radio Network, WCRN, 87.9 FM, Clayton, Garner, Smithfield, North Carolina. Proud to be in the USA. We are CRN.
Fractions of a second can be the difference between victory and defeat at the finish line. America's favorite bull ring is back in action for a summer of Friday night NASCAR Regional Series racing. Tickets are just $15 and available online in advance at WCSpeedway.com or at the gate starting at 6 on race nights. Wake County Speedway, 10 minutes south of downtown Raleigh. WCSpeedway.com.
Look at you go. The one-trip grocery champ, snooze button resistor, master sock matcher. We know the daily grind can be tough, but amidst the hustle, we see you conquer it all. And at Scooters Coffee, we believe it's the little wins that deserve some big moments of joy. So go on, embrace that tiny triumph. You master parallel parker you. Take that victory lap and savor the sweet taste of success. Scooters Coffee, you didn't just order it, you earned it.
You're not going to want to miss tonight's county fair. I'm going to be.
We are your window to your community.
Did you see the last 5 minutes of that football game last night?
Oh man, I saw the whole thing.
And a lifeline to keep you safe when danger is near.
Everybody who is listening needs to take cover as soon as they can. This is one of the biggest storms.
We are live and local. We are America's broadcasters. Text radio to 52886 and tell Congress you depend on your local radio stations.
Message and data rates may apply. You may receive up to 4 messages a month, and you may text STOP to stop.
This message furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters.
It is a slam-packed day of football. Welcome back wherever you're listening on the Community Radio Network, 87.9 FM. Back in Smithfield, we are CRN.com worldwide, and this is game number 2 of 4 games on our network affiliates. By the way, thank you to Q Tucker, Brandon Marie, Julie Kidd, everybody with the North Carolina High School Athletic Association as we wrap up our 3rd consecutive day, the biggest day, 4 games. Thank you also to Josh Schreiber and Alan Dietz. They've done a great job coming out of the gate to call the game in Western North Carolina at Lenore-Rhine. And they will call the other game after we finish this one. That'll be the 5 o'clock game between Tarboro and Murphy. And I believe, actually, a lot of people are looking forward to that game. A lot of anticipation. Another one that we're looking forward to is tonight, Crest and Hunt. And Mark Coates, if I'm right, this is Hunt Warriors' first time in state, right?
I believe so. I believe you're correct.
So that is going to be the 5A championship, if I'm correct. So all that coming up here along the way.
There's a ton of excitement going on Wilson, right now. It's kind of like with Clayton, it's kind of a, it's energizing the whole community.
And the Wilson Prep Tigers won 9-8. And then another Wilson team will play later on tonight here at Mort Stadium. Mark, you said you saw the coin toss. What happened, boss?
Kinston will receive. They will get the ball to start the game.
Yeah, we don't have. I don't think they have a crowd mic, and I don't think they have all the things that or the ref mic, and we're not plugged in, patched in like we normally are. So,
well, I'm gonna tell you. I mean, it was in one sense it was nice, but in another sense it was aggravating because they would never cut the thing off.
The whistle blows and screams in our ears.
Well, if you
it's
noticed,
nice to hear them explain and talk.
And they're not used to normally doing high school games with the ref mic. And I even noticed, like even last night, you normally don't call numbers for penalties. They were calling numbers for penalties like it was a college game. So, let's go down and check in with our All-State sideline reporters one more time. Well, Kinston's getting hyped up, Kevin. Braxton, down to you. The home squad. Shelby looks poised, ready after the dog pile. They're ready to get this thing started for the kickoff, buddy.
Yeah, I've been talking about how they feel like they've been here before with the prestige that this program has. They haven't been here within the last. So none of this Shelby team has really had this experience, but they are confident. This crowd behind them is energetic. We've got a student section. We got a bunch of everyone on over on the west side over here is hyped up and just ready to get this Tone Meets Leather underway.
There you go. Kevin, what are you thinking, buddy, as we get ready for Shelby to now cover, defend, try to win, go back 300 miles back to Western North Carolina with a state championship, something they've done before?
They've got when they came out, they had a flag that said the Pancake Patrol. So we're going to see how that turns out today.
Well, the kickoff is on. Ladies and gentlemen, the 3A state championship is underway. Boy, we had a wrestling move. A player was up in the air. It looked like John Cena on the field for his You Can't See Me last match of his life tonight.
Yeah, it came off the top rope. Yeah, and that's Jerome Poole on the return there for Kinston. Gets the ball out to the 34-yard line.
This game is
had a little seam. Yeah, had a little seam out there at about the 20 and took it out to the 34 first.
Mark, you were looking at me. What were you going to say there?
No, Robbie got it.
Okay. Y'all both got binoculars, and we got the monitor here. So zoom in a little bit more so we can kind of see a little bit. Just keep an eye where the ball is and the numbers. Thank you, Bree. Actually, it might be a good idea, Robbie, to be able to look at this monitor. Here we go. It'll be 1st and 10 on the 34. The quarterback for Kinston to start this series. This is number 3 of Tyler Jones. He's a talent. He's a talent for the Vikings. We're ready to see what goes on. Running back, handoff. 0, finding the lane, quickly brought down.
No gain.
No gain there. Number 2 with the takedown of Derek Key Jr. as 0. Genesis Wiggins went nowhere.
Yeah, he started off the right side and tried to cut it back, and his quarterback was out there with him. So his quarterback, Mr. Poole, was right there with him. And so he cut it back. Short game, they did give him a yard, so it's 2nd and 9. But again, Shelby, made a great pursuit to the play with the backside backer, stayed home and made a nice play.
Pickup of 1, actually. They're going to say he at least got 1, Mark Coates. 2nd and 9. Ball on the 35. 45 seconds gone here in the start of the first quarter. Snap. Let's go to Jones. Instead, he's going to save the day. Hand it off to a number 2. The deuce is loose of Tyreek Cooper. He's breaking away. He's got blockers. He's got a lane. He's on his feet. There's got him now. He's in the red zone, but he'll drop at the 15. What a go by Tyreek Cooper.
Yeah, great underneath tunnel screen, as we call it. He was out to the side. Both ends rushed Jones quickly, and he dumped the ball off in the tunnel screen, and number 2, Mr. Cooper, just took it off.
And, Mark, that started on the 35-yard line of their own field, and they moved up into the red zone. They're in the W Energy red zone already.
50-yard gain.
Is on the 15-yard line. That's a first down.
First down. W Energy sponsoring our coverage, broadcast coverage of the state championships for the NCHSAA of 2025. Presented by Eastern Technical Design. It's Atwell Exterior Services first down in the red zone. And here comes 0. One little hand there pushing him. There's Genesis Wiggins on the carry. Number 12 stopping him of Jaden Williams.
Yeah, he tried the outside zone on that play, and as he got to the edge, nice play by Mr. Williams coming up. Genesis tried a little stiff arm, didn't work, got brought down for about a 3-yard loss to bring up 2nd and 13 now.
Yeah, Shelby Golden Lions, again, as we mentioned, this is their 18th appearance right now in the state championship. More wins than losses. They're 12-5 for Kinston. Well, the Kinston team is excited to be here as well. This is, of course, their 4th appearance. They've been to state before. Played them last time in 2015. There goes 0. Wow. Found a cut, found a gap, found a lane on his feet.
Touchdown.
Found the house.
Genesis Wiggins. This is a very marked, unique end zone because it's not color painted. I thought he was still running on the field, but he did break the goal line. Touchdown.
Yeah, it's kind of difficult because you've got blue lines, you've got yellow lines, you've got lacrosse lines. So
it's a multi-purpose.
Exactly. I was just about to say it's a multi-purpose, multi-sport field here in Durham County. But, on that play right there, Genesis Wiggins took the little swing pass after Jones was in pressure, took the ball at about the 20-yard line and made 3 moves, including the X move on the TV title to spin, get it to the 10, the 5, and took it into the end zone for the touchdown, Kinston.
Just like that, touchdown for number 0, Genesis Wiggins, and the extra point through the uprights, and it is good. 7-0. Kinston. Kevin Stump stepped with a big moment in the opening series, finds the end zone. They are on the board. What a way to get it started for K-Town.
Here, can you hear me? Okay, there we go. Yeah, absolutely. Genesis Wiggins pretty much carried them that whole drive. That was a good offensive series for them.
A very good offensive series.
Yeah, Jones, the quarterback, showed his durability and his ability to escape as well and kind of manipulate the field by finding 2 or 3 different receivers in different zones.
And how about Tyreek Cooper? He set it up from the 35 all the way from the Kinston 35 to the Shelby 15 and then put it in the end zone there, Mark. And right now, K-Town on the board first. You wanted to cheer for the East. They're right now leading 7-0.
Well, plenty of time left in this ball game.
There is.
Shelby, interested to see them on offense now when they get the ball.
Willie Bradshaw Field here at the Lenore Ryan Course College. That's in Hickory.
Pooch kick.
Ford Stadium. We're here at Durham County Memorial Stadium.
Number 7.
And now 7 will run with it. Let's see what Calvin Ramser will do. He'll drop it around the 40. All right.
What do you think of his patience running the football, Rob?
I saw, good little stutter steps. Traditionally on kickoffs, I'm going to just go straight ahead and make one move. But, he paid it off a little bit, got it out to the 42-yard line. On the pooch kick, though, you also don't have as much time for the defense to get down or the kickoff team to cover. So you got to wait just a little bit more.
Turns into more like a running play.
It does.
The Golden Lions of Shelby, North Carolina. Again, they are donning black and gold. Black and gold. 18th appearance here at state from Shelby. Golden Lions pushing, driving, rushing. That's 0. Kendrick Raper.
Down to the 32-yard line of Kinston.
Number 0, Kendrick Raper.
Man, I'm telling you, Kendrick Raper
number 21,
running, getting a nice drive to continue before Taylor Small brought him down for Kinston. What a drive. They got a good run going here.
Land Farmer on that last play had all day to throw in the pocket.
Here he comes.
Zero
room
pressure
to run,
whatsoever.
trying to get north, but he can't turn. 26 with the football. That was Jonas Woods. And, Mark, you always talk about this, whether covering Clayton football or even states of the All-Star game, like we'll do at Greensboro next Sunday. If you cut, get north. Don't go east-west. Go north. Get yards. Don't fall back.
That's right.
Go north, young man.
Go north. 2nd and 9. Ball on the 31. Under 9 minutes left to go here in the first quarter. And the yellow laundry's flying, and we're going to find out if they got a ref mic for the first time today.
False start.
Yes.
Offense. Number 53, 5-yard penalty. 2nd and
So you're hearing the ref mic from the crowd mic because we can't patch through. So
So they called false start on the left guard, but the slot guy, number 7, also moves. They could have got either one of them. But it is a 5-yard penalty against Shelby. Shelby has set up 2nd down and 15 now.
7-0 Kinston setting the opening series drive with a run, but here comes Shelby responding. Number 8, QB1. There's Lane Farmer. Fires, catch, call, touchdown in the end zone. Number 5, Lorenzo Roseboro, touchdown Shelby.
Great protection.
Yeah, again, Farmer stands back there like he's doing nothing except eating a sandwich. He's got all kinds of time. That was 3 plays for Shelby. The first play was a 25-yard pass, then they had the run.
Yes.
Then you had the penalty, and now you have another 30-yard touchdown pass. So if this is any indication what we're going to get, we talked about last night at track meet, but great protection by the Shelby offensive line for Farmer. He could just sit back there and survey the field.
The afternoon game yesterday between Middle Creek and Watauga was quite high scoring. Yep. We might be setting ourselves up, MC Mark, for another high-scoring matchup. You win both in your series, right? Both teams got to be happy with what they've done. You score on your opening drive.
In the first quarter.
Offensively, yes. Defensively, both teams got some adjustments to make.
Let's get an all-state sideline report and check in with the Shelby Golden Lions. Of course, they have struck as well in their opening series. Braxton Cutchin, your take on what you saw on the sideline.
Both teams wasting no time. Wide open down the seam and being able to receiver wide open, it was just about as easy as a touchdown as Shelby's going to get all year.
There you go. Thank you. Sorry for that cutting out there, but obviously you heard what Braxton just said, man. He just basically
set to kick.
What did we say last night? Anything you can do, I can do better.
That's right.
Let's just continue to show each other up, shall we? And we'll make this happen. So here we go. Let's see now what Kinston and the white and gold from K-Town will do. They got a couple of missed tackles on the kickoff return.
Yep.
Is there a flag on the play? There is a flag at the 15.
Block in the back.
Yellow laundry from the referee, and he is mic'd up with the crowd mic. You'll be able to hear it.
Flag on the play. Block in the back on the return team, number 6. Half the distance to the goal.
So a block in the back on the return team. There you go.
Yeah, and
that'll back him up 10, right?
Yeah, it'll back him up 10, but probably half the distance goal because it's inside the 15-yard line. So it'll probably down to about the 8, about the 8 or 9 yard line. So yeah, we'll set it at the 9 yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10. I won't say it was an unnecessary move, but the Shelby guy was clearly past the defender, and then the returner kind of cut off of him, which again set up the block in the back for the guy.
Well, we'll watch and see now what Jones will do to respond back from this one.
Ooh.
Oh, boy. Well, if that was the answer, it's nothing.
It's a loss of 5 back to the 4-yard line. They tried to run outside sweep. He went nowhere.
Wiggins is stopped in the backfield.
Yeah, Wiggins went nowhere, by the way. Genesis Wiggins, the sophomore, the senior, 6'1", 180 pounds, running back and cornerback, right? He's an offensive hits player athlete.
He's an athlete, as you go through.
They're running
we feel like we're taking a driving test, an eye test, looking at these rosters here. So
yeah, I forgot the large print today for us.
It's all good, brother. We got
guys.
this. It's now 2nd and 15. Ball on the 4-yard line. Kinston under pressure, and they'll throw it to Braxton Cutchin, our all-state sideline reporter. I think he was ready to catch the rock there, but it's an incomplete, Braxton.
I had the ability to catch that. I was in the field, and I think I was headed to the house.
Yeah, again, we talked about it last night in the other game. There's a little miscommunication. The quarterback's receivers, went up the field for the fly route, and he thought he was going to stop and go to the sideline. So miscommunication. They'll get that fixed as you go in. Again, we're still in the first quarter, that feeling out process as we've talked about.
Mark, I'm impressed with the crowd here on both home and away for teams of Shelby and Kinston. What a turnout.
Shelby.
Catch made, by the way. There was a screen setup, and he ran right into it. Then he gets dropped. Is that a safety? No, I'm sorry.
No.
He didn't get no gain, basically. No gain. This is confusing me with no color end zone. But Mark, what I was going to say, though, man, is if you look, if you fan out real quick, you can see there's amazing congregation on the home and the away side here. Unbelievable.
Yeah, we talked about this start. Is it great for both communities to come out in force?
And Shelby is not a short drive. It's over 300 miles to get here. Here we go now. Fires. Jones, nobody home.
Tyler Jones.
It's incomplete.
About the 41-yard line.
Yeah, it's incomplete now, and obviously the smart thing to do, Mark, is to
42.
punt, right? It's still going to be good field position, though, for Shelby?
Yeah, they actually Shelby's going to take over the football on the 41-yard line after that last play, so they'll get it in great field position on the plus side, what we call the plus side or the opponent's side of the 50-yard line. And again, it took them 3 plays to go, 60 yards, last drive. Let's see what it takes to go 42 for this one.
All right. Our sideline reporters, if the mics continue to go in and out, we're going to try to change out wireless mics.
TV timeout.
TV timeout, I think, is being taken.
Yep, correct. You got the guy in the red.
He's on the field. Yes, he's saying TV timeout.
Timeout.
TV timeout, and that will let us step away and take one as well. Here's a word from the North Carolina High School Athletic Association on the final day of the state championships. It's been a pleasure being on the air with you since Thursday. We wrap it up from Hickory and Durham today, and we're back in a moment.
Here today.
The North Carolina High School Athletic Association welcomes you to tonight's game. We're excited to celebrate #NCHSAA Game Locked In, which honors everything that makes high school sports special. Teamwork, integrity, respect, and lifelong values that extend well beyond the scoreboard. Being game locked in means showing up with focus, passion, and sportsmanship on the playing field, in the stands, and throughout the community. We're proud to have fans, athletes, and coaches from both schools at tonight's game who lead by example and show what it means to compete with class. Let's continue to create positive, welcoming environments for everyone. Cheer loudly, support your team, show respect to officials, opponents, and each other. Let's make tonight's game one to remember, full of pride, positivity, and what it means to be truly locked in. On the field, I stay locked in and leave my personal stuff off it because my job is to help my team win, not tear anyone down. I can't control every play, but I can always control how I react and carry myself with respect. I challenge you to do the same.
Shelby goes 81.
All right, so we're back. Mark, we had a play during the radio timeout. What did we miss there? I know it was an incomplete pass, boss.
I wasn't paying attention.
Okay, well, it was incomplete. Whatever it was
slant.
Incomplete. This time for Shelby, there's a catch made. It's number 1 catch of the football, Emmanuel Collins. He's donning green shoes, green gloves with the black on black with gold from the quarterback there. Of course, Land Farmer getting it to Emmanuel Collins.
Again, Kinston's going to have to make some adjustments because Land Farmer is just standing back there with no pressure in his face whatsoever. You're going to have to bring pressure of some sort.
We need to have like a Comets phase on Brandon moment, right? Here we go. Fires, throw, catch made, open man, end zone, touchdown. I mean, that was literally poetry in motion.
They're playing zone. They're playing zone, Robert. They're running that 3-3-5, playing 2 deep safeties.
Yeah. Land Farmer,
and they're just finding the holes in it right now.
Land Farmer to Calvin Ramser, and the senior cornerback wide receiver gets a touchdown again for the Shelby Golden Lions.
And he was wide open. So Shelby's now run 5 plays. They've got 110 yards of offense and 2 tutties. So, like you said, you, Mark, you were saying they're running zone on the back end. You can't do that if you're not going to get pressure on the quarterback because if he's going to stand back there like a statue, he's just going to eat you to death all day. All he had to do at that point in time was step over 1 step and shuffle up in the pocket like we talked about and hit his guy wide open at the 5 and walk in for the touchdown.
The extra point is good here at Willie Bradshaw Field at Durham County Memorial Stadium, and it is 14-7. Shelby Braxton Cutchin waving the Golden Lions flag. They're back in the end zone again, and somebody has got to find a way, if you're Kinston, to stop the quarterback QB1 of Land Farmer. Back down to you.
They're going to have to put pressure on Farmer, and Robbie said it just a second ago, and you mentioned it as well. He's having all day to throw it, and he is way too talented to stand back in the pocket and have 5-6 seconds to find who he wants, because eventually receivers are going to get open if he gets long enough, and he's talented enough with the arm to put it anywhere he wants to. So Kinston's going to have to make some adjustments if they want to get back into this game.
Yeah.
And just like that, the team from Shelby, from Cleveland County, North Carolina. The last time I was in Cleveland County, I announced a dirt track race at Cleveland County Speedway in Lawndale. It's a long drive. They've traveled far to be here for this game. And right now they're leading 14-7 as the Kinston team will get back the kickoff. That was 0 Genesis Wiggins there.
So far, the difference in this game has been in this first quarter has been Shelby's ability to get pressure on Kinston, Kinston's inability to get pressure on Shelby. Correct.
1st and 10.
Well, Kinston's got to find a way to score in this series to try to keep it tied up. Still midway point mark in the first quarter.
Well, and they're both playing that same 3-3-5 defense out there. They're just Shelby's been more active with their linebackers here. The number 18 is going to walk up. He's going to send pressure to Kinston's going long. Just out of the reach.
No flags. It was
number 2.
Intended for the deuce of Tyreek Cooper. Jones fires it to Cooper. It would have put him close to the red zone or at least the 30. Just overthrew his man. And great coverage, by the way, by the Golden Lions.
Good coverage. I like taking the shot and kind of loosen it up because, like Mark was saying, they're running a 3-3-5, but they brought both backers at that instant. So they actually had 5 guys rushing the quarterback. And Jones stepped in, made a nice throw just a little bit outside the reach of Copper out there.
Mm-hmm. All right, we'll set it up now with a 2nd and 10. Ball on the 32. 14-7, Shelby in the lead. Both of their series, they've scored.
Here they come,
Kinston had to punt earlier. Here we go now. Let's see what happens. But now Kinston responding. And he'll go around the 37. He's short.
Jones is complete to number 0.
Jones will go to Genesis Wiggins.
Knocked out of bounds.
Pick up about 4 or 5, Ron?
Yeah, about 4 for 3rd and 6. But what they're doing is they're trying to negate the pressure by running swing routes by the running backs on the outside.
He got a yard from the deal. It was 2nd and 7, and now it's 3rd and 6. But all that work rushing for 1 yard. Right?
Yeah. It's like I said, it's tough sledding right now a little bit. I mean, it looks like that Shelby's made some adjustments defensively.
Tyler Jones, high snap, catch made, number 18, Pep Brown.
You got to win one-on-one. It's going to be close. Let's see what they give him.
A little extracurricular work there, pushing Pep Brown. And they are going to say he's a yard shy, 4th and 1. Mr. Morrell, do you go for it?
At this point in time, you have not shown you can stop Shelby. You got 4th and 1. You've got to try to do something to take them away. I think you just run your offense, but let's see.
Slant route.
Either slant route or I'd like to see the quarterback. Here. Yeah, quarterback maybe move the quarterback a little bit. It's going to be tough sledding up the middle, but let's see what they do.
They're going to go at it. Here comes
Kinston. Now you change the play,
on a 4th and 1.
They're showing pressure with 3 guys, so now you're going to change the play. Look at the swing route, stop hitch route, something to that effect.
The Vikings on a 3rd and 1. And instead, we have a timeout being taken. Yeah, there's a flag on the play, actually.
Yeah, well, the head coach.
The back judge threw a flag. They're going to wave it off. I think they called a timeout in time.
Yep.
They'll let us step away and take one with them. We're back in a moment.
Don't let biased algorithms or degree screens or exclusive professional networks or stereotypes. Don't let anything keep you from discovering the half of the workforce who are stars. Workers skilled through alternative routes rather than a bachelor's degree. It's time to tear the paper ceiling and see the stars beyond it. Find out how you can make stars part of your talent strategy at tearthepaperceiling.org. Brought to you by Opportunity at Work and the Ad Council.
You want to talk about 2 monster matchups after this game? Tarboro and Murphy. I'm kind of envious of Alan Dietz and our buddy Josh Schreiber. They're going to call it on CRN and Hickory at Moret Stadium at 5 p.m. Eastern Time as soon as this one's done. And we're back here at 8 o'clock for the nightcap of Crest and Hunt. Keep it on your radio dial. The high school state championship games on CRN all Saturday today.
Got to win. Did not. Great tackle.
He's short. Got tripped. Genesis Wiggins could not get the first down. Instead, he lost.
Yep.
What a stop there, Mark. And obviously, it is a turnover on downs. It will be Shelby making the stop on defense. Wiggins was way short, got stopped, and they turn over the ball.
Not the play I would have called. I'd either handed it off to the diver or pulled it with a quarterback keeper off the backside.
They anticipated pressure, and what happened was that Shelby backed out of the pressure before the timeout. After the timeout, and so they were anticipating that interior pressure, so they tried to get to the edge. And Tyreek Copper, number 2, made a heck of a play out there, to stop him short by a yard or 2 out there on 4th and 1.
Is it Copper or Cooper?
It's Copper. Yep.
Okay, it's Copper. I'm sorry, Tyreek Copper.
It's going to be wide open in the middle, number 1.
Throw, man.
Right off the tips of his fingers.
I mean, you're exactly right, Mark. It was almost into the hands of Emmanuel Collins. It's incomplete. Kevin, down to you for an All-State sideline report for Kinston. They've got to kind of reassess things here, right? Still a long way to go. Shake off that last drive and coming up short and having to turn over that football.
What is the quarterback for Shelby's last name?
For the Shelby quarterback. Yeah.
For Shelby?
Yeah.
It's Farmer.
It's Farmer. It's Land Farmer. Go ahead, Kevin. Hold that thought, buddy. Hold that thought for a second. Now go ahead.
Taking the handoff, number 26, Jonas Woods. Woods carries for 3 yards. Making the tackle is number 20, Christian Ham for Kinston.
All right.
Bring up 3rd down, 7.
It'll be 3rd and 7 now. We're trying to work on it. I promise you, we're going to fix this issue. 3rd and 7, ball on the 37.
See if Kinston can generate any pressure whatsoever on Farmer. And again,
and there goes now Shelby running with the football. That's Land Farmer, the quarterback. By the way, Mark, that's a 230-pound quarterback as
he's
well.
He's a good-sized kid.
Right. I mean, that guy's been eating his meat potatoes.
Yeah.
I understand why he's part of the dog pile in pregame.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Good kid. Looks like he's got good footwork. He stands in the pocket nicely, delivers the ball on time. Good tight spiral. I like what I see out of him so far.
He takes what's given him. He's not trying to overdo it. At least not so far. Get north, dude. Get north, dude.
And
that little leap
does get Farmer, QB keeper.
On the quarterback carry.
Kinston with a hit by Ryan Parks or Ryland Parks.
Yeah, he took the legs right off underneath, but you're saying it's a 230-pound quarterback who leapt over
first down for the
defender
Shelby
there.
team.
He did land on his back, and he got up just a little bit gingerly walking back to the huddle. So that's a play that sometimes you look at going, is it worth it, to go and leap? It might be better just to put your shoulder down and try to run through somebody. Inevitably, whatever it is, it's 1st and 10 for Shelby on the 29.
Route, Farmer, lane, no one home, incomplete.
Yeah, better job that time by Kinston on both the coverage and a little bit of pressure. Yeah,
exactly right.
They got Farmer off his mark. He had to roll a little bit to the right, throw it outside. There was nobody on a 3-route combo, as we talk about, and he threw it out of bounds to save the day. So now it's 2nd and 10.
And, Mark, you pressure a guy like Kendrick Raper, and, they didn't put the hands in there if you're Kinston. Just good coverage, not to let any PI be called.
One of the things I noticed different today, Robbie, than what we've seen the first 2 days is the speed.
Yeah.
3:14 left on the first quarter.
Speed.
Closing speed's good. It reminds me a lot of Huff.
Farmer throws, catch. It's caught. 2 defenders are there. He drops it around the 25.
Raper.
Yeah, receiver.
Raper got it, but he didn't go anywhere after Kendrick Raper caught the football there from Farmer, Robbie.
Yeah, the receiver caught the ball in a little 5-yard hitch. He started to come inside, which he should have kept going, but he saw a little bit of pressure coming from the inside, tried to cut it back out, but the corner was standing right there, who was on the original coverage.
Gain of 6 on the play.
A gain of 6. 3rd and 4 coming up, and obviously ready to see if they can make a response. Here you go. Fires. Almost picked off. I mean, Kinston almost got their paws on it, Mark.
Number 19 for Kinston applied the pressure.
That is Isaiah Newton.
Defensive bat was number 1, Justin Gooding.
Justin Gooding also being a part of making that pressure there, Robbie. Yep. And obviously it is now a 4th down situation that the Shelby Golden Lions have not faced so far today.
Yeah, they're going to go for this because, again, they're inside the 25.
You're up by 7.
Yeah, and do they trust their kicker for on a 44, 45-yarder?
Farmer runs. Stopped, catch made, move the chains, first down and more. Touchdown. He lost the football, but he broke the plane. Touchdown, Shelby Kendrick Raper.
That play was all set up by Farmer.
Wait a minute. No, it's not. It's not a touchdown. They called it back, guys.
They called him
down
short.
to 2.
They called him down on the 2.
So there's no video board here, so we can't see that one. So
Braxton, you're down there on the sideline. I see you're dead at it. What do you think of that for Shelby? You think they should have got 6, took it away?
Yeah, I think it was definitely taken away from him. I was standing right here at the goal line, and it looked to me almost clear as day that he crossed the plane, and then the ball came loose later, which doesn't matter after he crosses the goal line.
Unbelievable. And you're thinking up a play here now, no doubt.
Yeah, there's a timeout on the field here, but let me tell you, that play was purely made by Farmer. Kinston changed up their defense at that point in time. They went to the 4-man front and brought pressure off the edge. They went to a man-to-man coverage, had some good, and they got Farmer off his mark. He had a scramble, almost got taken down, but he found his crossing receiver from the complete other side of the football field at about the 7-yard line. We thought he got in, but they called him down at the 2. We'll get first and goal from the 2-yard line.
Hey, Kevin, what's Kinston mustering up here, man? Obviously, they got to try to find a way to make a stop and reset things and not let Shelby get to the end zone again, be up by 2 scores.
And have to figure out something and figure it out quick, because this is getting ready to get out of hand, and we ain't even at the end of the first quarter yet.
And it feels like Clayton and Grimsley all over again around the third quarter when all this nightmare happened. So,
and like you said, we're not even out of the first quarter, and there's 21 points on the board already. So,
well, with that being said, play clock at 20, 2:15 left to go in the first quarter, and they're going to go and run the football. QB keeper.
That's the touchdown.
Farmer, touchdown. There it is. Land Farmer, the big man, the senior QB for the Shelby Golden Lions, will score again. And just like that, you have put yourself up now by 13 on Kinston.
Yeah, 6'3", 230 from the 2-yard line. Hey, line it up. It's almost Tim Tebow-esque, if you will, from that standpoint. So, like I said, when you get that momentum going downhill, you can't stop him for 2 yards.
20-7, trying to tack on the extra point. This will be number 80. And, well, we got a whistle. We got a couple players down, actually.
Yeah, we're going to have an offside call there against Kinston. They tried to jump the gun a little bit and gain a little bit of momentum to try to block the kick.
All right. So that was number 81 of Matt Griner.
Yep.
Back him up and try to go again.
Well, now you go half the distance. I'll
go for dose.
Yeah, go for dose. I'll snap the ball to number 8 again. Again, 6'3", 230. Let him power the football into the end zone.
So it's time to go for dose.
Go for dose.
You lost all your stuff behind you. I don't know what happened.
Oh, yeah, that door got open and whatever. That's the others.
And let's see, 2-point conversion. Good. That's Land Farmer. Mark Coates, he got the touchdown, and after a penalty on a PAT, he got half the distance to the goal. He goes for the 2-point conversion. And now you're up now, by the way, 22-7.
2 scores with still 2 minutes and 9 seconds remaining
in the first quarter.
15-point lead.
It's going to be a long day for Kinston if they don't figure out how to get some pressure up front.
Let's go check back in with Braxton Cutchin. The Golden Lions up by 15 and found the end zone. What a job by the big man of Land Farmer. Braxton, down to you for an All-State sideline report and a touchdown recap, buddy.
They pulled it and changed coaches, changed staff.
If I can hear him, bud. I hear him. He cut out. All right. And we got yellow flags on the field again.
Free kick out of bounds there. You look at that. That's almost just a cardinal sin. You really can't do that.
Yeah, let's go back. Braxton, what you got, buddy? Real quick.
Yeah, sorry, guys. It was a drive made right there by Farmer. He kind of did it all. And I will say this right before we thought it was a touchdown initially where he was rolled short. One of the Shelby players came up and the vomit on the side of the sidelines over here. Not too much, but they do have a little bit to clean up down here in just a few minutes.
So somebody from Shelby lost their cookies on the field.
Needless to say, yes.
We saw that happen one time at Clayton this year with our buddy Keyshawn Stansel, the Miami signee, and obviously they're saying they got to clean up the turf a little bit here, Robbie.
Yeah, you're actually
Nerves,
supposed to totally
emotions,
clean.
butterflies, right?
Yeah, a little bit of both. You know, a little bit of anxious anxiety. Nervous energy, whatever you want to call it.
81 Matt Grenier to kick for the Golden Lions.
That update on somebody not feeling under the weather is presented by Allstate. Reminding you're in good hands with Allstate North Carolina. As here comes now Kinston, number 2. Terry Copper,
20.
and Copper will drive. He's still on his feet now. He'll drop on his own at the 18.
Number 2, Tyree Copper.
Copper down at the 18.
Number 6.
Spot will be at
Number
the
6, Kahari Corey on the stop there for Shelby.
That's where the Vikings take over 1st and 10.
By the way, don't forget, coming up as soon as we finish our coverage here from Durham, we'll toss it back over to our CRN affiliates in Western North Carolina. Alan Dietz and Josh Schreiber with coverage of Tarboro and Murphy. Mark, that was a game I wish we were covering. That's going to be a great football game. Tarboro and Murphy for their championship. And then we got the 5A title game tonight here, Creston Hunt.
Two 2A powerhouses that have been to this game and each won multiple state titles. So, yes, it should be an awesome game.
Yeah, Tarboro and Murphy, I mean, that's just like the Hatfields and McCoys, and there's been a lot of hype leading up. I think the 2 biggest games that have been hyped had to have been Clayton and Grimsley and Tarboro and Murphy.
Yeah, and 2 storied programs over there at Tarboro and Murphy. So that'd be a great one this afternoon. And, last night's game was a really good game as well. Just a few mistakes in the third quarter there. But on that last play, Kinston tried to run football, and the defensive end for Shelby, number 10, Noah Garner, just came up, made a nice play, loss of a yard, be 2nd down and 11
Guys,
now.
does this seem like it's the longest first quarter of the state championship in fields, right? Incomplete.
Nowhere near as long as that third quarter last night.
Late flag thrown in. Hey, by the way, I will tell you this. I actually had some of the people from the NCHSAA actually say they agreed with us with what happened in the third quarter. To have them say, yeah, that was definitely a disappointment.
What's that Christmas song, Angels Among Us?
Alabama? Yeah.
You're going to get a DPI call here on Shelby. The free safety came down and went over the back of the receiver to try to knock the ball away. He knocked it away, but he used his right arm to grab the receiver and pull him off the route.
So it's on Shelby, and they haven't had a lot of penalty flags called on them until now, but this will give a great gift for the Kinston Vikings.
Yeah, it gets them out of the shadow of their own end zone, which they've been stuck at the last couple of drives. This actually gets out now to the 35-yard line.
Kevin, you got to take advantage of this if you're Kinston, buddy. Down to you for another All-State sideline report. I mean, if you're the Vikings, you've got to take advantage of this opportunity.
Ooh, boom. Ooh! There's Gartner again.
There's that speed off the edge.
Let's go down to Kevin.
Taking the handoff was number 6, L.J. Sumter. Stopped immediately at the...
What do you got, Kevin? Go ahead, buddy.
Yeah, Kinston's going to have to do something to get back in this game. I mean, like you said, like Robbie was saying, you got to, you got to get the DPI and take it.
Got to take advantage of it and find the end zone for sure, because you're already down by 15, Robbie, and it's only the first quarter.
Yeah, expect Kinston to come back to that play.
Pressure, catch man.
There you
Kinston's
go.
Got a man.
Now they got to catch him.
Running 40,
They're
30, 20, 10, 5. Kinston Vikings. Touchdown. Number 2, Tyreek Copper. And there you go.
Yeah, and we talked about it earlier. 10-yard curl route. Quarterback had time. Hit him, and he turned to the inside, and the safety had already flown down, and he was just out of position. So Copper had a free run to the end zone, the last 40 yards untouched.
Mark, you saw that happen like poetry in motion. Copper did exactly what he needed to do to get Kinston 6th on the board again.
He did, and the front line was able to give him time to throw the ball. The young man was able to get down, execute the route, and then just outrun the defense. As Robbie said, the safety come down, overran the play. There was nobody back there to stop him.
Yep. The junior Jonathan Schultes, the kicker of 165 pounds, will tack on the PAT. I like that they're not going for 2, right, Robbie? Just get the points.
Don't chase points right now.
Well, you're only
get a point here. Now you're only down by 8?
8. So that's a touchdown and a 2-point conversion.
Yep.
Okay.
It's a one-possession game.
It's a one-possession game. So, Kinston looked like they were down and out, but they're back in now with 28 seconds to go here in the first quarter.
28 seconds. This first quarter nears the end, but it's a good one. 22-14. We're back in a moment from Durham. Dubby Energy provides high-quality energy drinks with a blend of natural ingredients, ensuring a clean and effective energy boost without the crash, later, or even the jitters. Dubby Energy is committed to helping individuals stay energized and perform at their best. When you need to have a little energy boost without all the lag or fatigue, let Dubby Energy take care of your body today. Use the promo code CRN for 10% off of your order every time. Dubby Energy. Kinston Vikings scoring, getting back in this game, only down by 8. Hey, Kevin, your take of that. You were right there at the end zone watching what Copper did. Just what a nice setup for the Vikings to quickly get back and make a response here.
Yeah, absolutely. That definitely has got the sideline hyped. And so does that hit right there that 23 just made on 0. Yeah, that was a great kick and great kickoff coverage.
And no flag on the play either, by the way. That's 23 of Jeremiah Jones dropping Calvin Ramser. Here we go again, 1st and 10.
Yeah, a little
It'll
different.
Be on the 14, Robbie.
A little different on the kickoff. They didn't set it up on the tee. They set it sideways like they were going to do an onside kick. So when the kicker kicked it hard, it was spinning sideways. So it happened to hit and just kind of sit and check up like a little wedge shot in golf all the way down to the 5. And they had to pick it up because it wasn't going out of bounds. It wasn't going to the end zone.
The wedge shot you used to be able to
hit?
Yeah,
exactly.
That's the one you referred to?
Exactly.
Here we go now. 1st and 10, 14. Let's see what
he's got all day.
The man will do. Plenty of time. Land
now
Farmer.
Some pressure.
Farmer now, and they make a missed tackle. Farmer still on his feet. He's at the 15, the 20, the 25, around the 28, and he goes out of bounds.
I hate
You'll
that
move the chains. It's another Atwell Exterior Services first down.
Yeah, good scramble there. Like he had, the first 4 or 5 seconds, he was all good. Stood in the pocket nice, and then he finally broke down. He stepped up, went to his right, came back to his left, and then was able to try to just pick up the first down.
Yeah,
gain
we're
of about
sweating.
13.
Too much hot air in here, right?
And from where I'm standing down here, the Kinston defensive line looks like little kids going up against the offensive line.
I mean, it
Shelby.
really does. It looks like literally college versus JV out there on the field right now, Robbie.
Yeah, when you look at it, 62 for Shelby. 62 for Shelby just drove 10
quarter
back pretty well.
End of the first.
And we're at the end of the first quarter. Hey, Braxton, down to you. All-State Sideline Report, your final take of what Shelby's done in the first quarter. Obviously, they're up by 8, 22-14, but still a lot of football left to go, and probably the longest first quarter of our CRN State Championship coverage all the last 3 days.
They've been able to dominate. Farmer's been able to just kind of do whatever he wants. He's been operating in the pocket pretty well, and that's kind of success whenever he gets
as sprains, fractures, strains, and dislocations
as he needs to, and he's been just taking what the defense gives him. And when you got a quarterback who's poised enough to do that, you're going to have a great recipe for success.
Thank you very much. And Kevin, your take of Kinston. They're not out of this by a long shot. 8 points as we go down to the second quarter.
Yeah, they're just going to have to figure out a way to get through the offensive line. Either they're going to have to bring one of the backers down and put 5 on the line, or they're going to definitely have to do something different because they're getting 0 penetration.
Okay.
All right.
Guys, that was a 49-minute first quarter. Last night we had an hour-long fourth quarter, but that was a 49-minute
58 minutes was the third quarter in Clayton Grimsley last night, and this one was 49 minutes for our first quarter.
Yeah, 49 minutes for first quarter. But that, when you have some passes and incomplete passes, but there weren't a lot of incomplete passes. There was just a lot of scoring, so you have time in to get the guys back to kickoff position or kickoff return position. So the more scoring you get, actually the slower the game's going to go.
Wells Fargo also offers,
especially when you've got a passing game and not a running game going both ways. Because you're only taking what, 3-4 seconds off the clock.
Yeah,
compared to 6.
Yeah, exactly. Right. And both teams are throwing it. So again, you're either stopping it or trading into the field after scores.
MSP is the official regional and state championship merchandiser.
There you go. I
of
like
the
it
North
better.
Carolina High School
Helping Bree out on the camera.
Association. Its marketing special
By the way,
official championship
8-point lead.
and hoodies are
Still plenty of football left to go. We'll step away and take a 30-second timeout from the National Association of Broadcasters.
Good morning, guys. I just want to warn you, traffic is tough out there.
We are here for you to tell you how to keep safe,
Everybody who is listening needs to take cover as soon as they can.
to provide the music, talk, and sports you love, and to deliver the news that matters to you. We are the voices you can trust. We are live and local. We are America's broadcasters. Text radio to 52886 and tell Congress you depend on your local radio stations.
Message and data rates may apply. You may receive up to 4 messages a month, and you may text STOP to stop.
This message furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters.
All right, let's get ready now to prepare for what will be the second quarter. Robbie Worrell, Mark Coates, Bree Ramey, Wesley Outlet up to the booth. We've got our All-State sideline reporters, Braxton Cutchin and Kevin Stump.
He's got room to
and
run.
Shelby is driving again, goes out around the 40. That was number 7 of Calvin Ramser.
From Farmer is
again, Farmer's got all time.
Farmer
all day
and
to sit
Ramser, and they
there.
made a big play out of the deal.
Yeah, it's a 35-yard pickup. Again, Farmer's sitting back in the back. An underneath crossing route by the backside halfback or H-back, if you will. Come underneath, had the receiver on the bottom of the screen, blocked his backside corner, and it just went off around side of him.
8-point lead. Kinston trying to get right back in this thing, but Shelby wants to get back up again by 2 scores. Here comes now a drive. Number 50 wraps him up for Kinston. That's going to be Joshua Spite. And this time, Mark, the Golden Lions cannot go anywhere in that last drive play.
No, the Kinston front line right there snuffed that run play out for loss of 3.
Yeah, second and 13, for now second out. But again, Kinston's got a chance. One time they got pressure. It looks like they're going back to it here. They're going to play man with the trips on the top, man coverage at the bottom screen. They're going to bring an extra guy on the defensive line. See if they bring a backer for help.
All right. Well, let's see what happens. It's in and it's caught. He waited for the man to drop in front of him, number 4 of Ryland Parks, and number 6. That is Kiari Corey to the end zone. Touchdown, Shelby. Kinston just jumped up, Mark, waited for him, caught it. Touchdown.
Are they going to replay it?
I don't think they got a video board, brother. They don't have a video board for a TV replay like Kenan Stadium.
I got you.
What they did was Corey went up and high pointed.
That was
the football.
amazing.
High pointed the football over the top of the Kinston receiver. You're talking about a kid. You're talking about a kid who is 6'1", I think is what he's listed at. So he just went up over the top of.
It was like psych or duck, duck, goose. And as soon as he jumped up and came down, he fired it and he called it touchdown there.
Well, if that's on Sunday morning, Sunday morning ESPN, they would call that when you got mossed.
Yes.
You just got mossed.
Got
mossed. You got mossed if you did that. Yes. 29-14. Braxton, can you believe that we were seeing this high scoring we're watching right now? Now we got to see if Kinston can fire back, but right now it is close to 55 points in just the start of the second quarter.
Yeah. It feels like the complete opposite of what we've watched the past couple of days with some of these low-scoring affairs. And then you had a couple game last night where kind of the up bit. Farmer just putting the ball wherever he wants to, put it to where only his receiver can get it. And like Robbie said, high pointed the football and just a beautiful pitch.
Yeah,
and that's one of those that's going to go on the highlight reel for sure.
45 points is what I was going to say. Unbelievable, though. We're seeing a lot of points being made here in this battle, this game. Now, Robbie Kinston has got to find a way to respond and get back in this thing here.
Yeah, and
here we go. That's the way they do it.
That's a good way to do it.
Kickoff return, go all the way to midfield, and the Vikings say, I'm right back in this, fella.
37-yard return.
Yeah, took the ball to 15, back out to about the 47-yard line. So nice return by Kinston. Now they've just got to go and they've got to capitalize. Again,
that was, by the way, 21 Dramonis pull on the kickoff return.
Yeah, try to sustain something here for Kinston. Don't take long shots. Go ahead and take little chunks and see what you can do. Work the ball, keep the ball out of Lamb's hands or Farmer's hands from Shelby, because he's just going to stand there and beat him up with it.
So here we go with another Atwell Exterior Services first down for the Vikings.
Under screen.
Fires. Got a screen. Got a catch.
Got a wall.
Number 2's got
He's
a
gone.
lane. He's on speed. 1, 2 men to beat. Races to the end zone. Walking the tightrope. Touchdown, Kinston.
Middle screen.
Tyree Copper in for the.
Yeah, you saw that one coming. That's a middle screen. The offensive line counts 1,001, 1,002.
Copper.
Lets it come by. Then the outside guy, the slot guy, comes in the middle. Quarterback hits him. He goes across the formation and ends up on the right-hand side.
He had a wall. You could draw from point A to point B to point C.
That was perfectly set up by
And then the race
Kinston.
down the sideline, walked the tightrope, had 2 men to beat, and by the time he turned on the afterburners, they couldn't get to him.
Yeah, he actually
Tyreek
slowed down.
Copper, and he actually, yes, he did.
Yeah, he slowed down thinking
I
he
think
was
that
clear.
might have been a little psych back to Shelby for the way they toyed with the other guy. What do you think, Mark?
As well, what we were talking about earlier about how long the game is and taking the plays and time.
Yes,
it's 10:44. That's a minute and 16 seconds. Both teams have had the ball, and you've only ran a minute and 16 off the clock since
And
the
they've scored.
beginning.
Unbelievable.
Two tutties in a minute 16.
Braxton, what you got?
That wall down here that they
Kevin.
had,
Sorry, Kevin.
that's all right. This side, that wall that they had, I could have run through that.
Careful, Kev. Yeah, that was set up absolutely perfect on the middle screen. So great play call by the Kinston offense. You just caught Shelby in the wrong position.
TV timeout, y'all.
We do. We got a TV timeout.
And we ask our fans for the same.
We'll step away. We'll take one with them. And before, we're just going to go station identification. Let's toss it back to Robbie with the first quarter stats in just a moment. We need to pause for station identification as we are at the top of the hour. This is the State Football Championships on the Community Radio Network.
This is the Community Radio Network, WCRN, 87.9 FM, Clayton, Garner, Smithfield, North Carolina. Proud to be in the USA. We are CRN.
Stat Center is up. Robbie Morrell, Mark Coates, Bree Ramey, Wesley Outland in the booth here at Durham County Memorial Stadium, the home of the Shaw Bears. All-State sideline reporters, Kevin Stump, Braxton Cutchin, and you got the first quarter stats here so far, Robbie.
Crazy stuff going. You're looking at over 200 yards offense by both teams in the first quarter, So, when you look at the total yards, you're talking about 231 for Shelby to 220 for Kinston.
Unbelievable.
And both of them are over 200 yards passing by both quarterbacks. So again, you talk about that. Field position has not been a problem for either one because they've all started at the 30 to the 35 every single time. Penalties, 2 penalties against Kinston, 3 penalties against Shelby. So a fairly clean game. The difference so far when you look at it is fourth down efficiencies that Shelby's gone 2 for 2.
That's right.
And Kinston's gone 0 for 1. So they were able to maintain and sustain some drives. When you look at it, first downs, 9 for Shelby and 5 for Kinston. So rushing, like I said, it's even 24 and 20. This is going to be a sling it around the yard type of game.
And Mark Coates, to add to that, how about this? 1 punt out of 36, and then no punts for Shelby so far.
Yeah, Kinston punted at one time that went out to 41, and Shelby went right down and scored right behind it.
Well, here we go again. After another touchdown here at Willie Bradshaw Field, Kinston back in this thing, only down by 8. We are seeing a barn burner here in Durham. Coming up, Tarboro Murphy, Crest, and Hunt later tonight as we kick it back to around the 15. Here comes Shelby. Where will they go? It's a running game. Here comes a breakaway.
Nice
and
play.
He just got sent to the house, and his helmet came off from the impact.
Number 19.
Number 0, Kendrick Raper.
Isaiah Newton absolutely laid the wood on the return guy Raper at that point in time. So, and quite honestly,
lost his
Newton,
helmet.
Yeah, he lost his helmet in the point. But if he doesn't make that play, there's another 10 or 15 in front of Raper because there was nobody else there.
Unbelievable.
First and 10.
Bree Ramey was dead on it just a moment ago.
Yeah, and again, we talked about field position not being a problem. Again, you're at the 36-yard line. So the whole playbook's open. You don't have to be conservative. Light it up. And Shelby's going trips to the top of the screen.
All right, what's Farmer going to do now? Farmer, they're giving him plenty of time. Catch made high up in the air, but it's number 1, Emmanuel Collins, to catch it at midfield. Mark, Coach, you keep saying this. The Kinston defense is giving quarterback plenty of time. I mean, they're letting Farmer just sit back and find a place to throw a football or make a run.
They're too vanilla on defense. I hate
Too
to say
vanilla,
that.
too vanilla.
They are. I mean, you're going to have to start mixing it up. You're only bringing 3, sometimes 4 men. I mean, you're going to have to dial up some kind of blitzes, get creative, inside out, outside in, double A's, something or another.
There's a breakaway, 26. Goes out of bounds at around the 25. That was Jonas Woods, the running back. By the way, that's a freshman, Robbie.
Oh, nice run. Nice run there.
The freshman, number 26 of Jonas Woods.
Yeah, and that just goes to the talent level that Shelby's had. That's how you get here 16 times. You have talent, you back up, you reload. But again, right there, Shelby actually went with a zone read, a sweep program, a kind of a power sweep. They brought both the backside guard and the tackle out to lead the runner out for a 20-yard gain.
Yeah, some of the players to watch, they said, watch Jonas Woods. And here he comes again, the freshman driving. He's in the red zone and more. Brought down with a big takedown by number 21, Jalen Tate, the senior for Kinston. But they are in the red zone, and we'll move the chains for another Atwell Exterior Services first down here in the state championship.
Yeah, 26 is running hard, and it looks like he's what we call a little sucking wind a little bit right now because he's run 2 big plays. He may have to come out and get a breather, but it looks like he's going to stay in the football game.
Well,
but 2 big plays right there in a row.
And that textbook tackle by the young man from Kinston right there where he put him on the ground might have had something to do to knock the air out of him.
And Braxton, that's a big dude right there for being a freshman running back as well, if you want to add more to that for an all-state sideline report, buddy.
Yeah, without a doubt. He's got a very low center of gravity as goes out.
Oh, by the way, that was a route to Kendrick Raper from Ramser. It's incomplete. It's incomplete, so... you were saying, Braxton, back down to you, buddy. Go ahead. If you want to add any more to it, and then we got a play happen.
Yeah, I mean, he's just got a low center of gravity, and he's very patient and sees a hole and then attacks that hole. He's not sitting and trying to bounce everything out. He sees the hole and attacks it really well. And that's one of the things it's really hard to find a freshman that does that, and being able to do that at such a young age, he's poised for a great career.
Now, Robbie, wherever Braxton and Kevin are, stay still.
Stay put, yeah.
Put a red dot, touchdown. Here comes 26 Woods to the end zone. Shelby scores again. Jonas Woods, 5'7", 160-pound freshman running back. And Mark, running, driving, might have looked gassed, but he got a new renewed vigor, and he found the end zone for 6.
They just overpowered him. They had a six-man front power formation on the offense going up against 3 offensive linemen down there.
3 defensive guys, 3 defensive linemen.
I'm sorry. That's just...
Yeah,
you're asking for them to run it into the end zone when you do that.
And now you're again, what is it, 21? Blocked.
Extra point is blocked.
Extra point.
He was offside, but they're not calling it.
Number 1, Kinston, Justin Gooden blocking it. Kevin, I know you saw it.
Yeah, once they need to find a way to put him on defensive line so he can make it through like he made through on that one. Because you talk about switching stuff up. That was a great play, but like Mark said, I'm pretty sure he was offsides.
Well, either way, the point is good. But let me tell you, I tell you, 26 Woods is a freshman. Reminds me of another number 26 with the last name of Woods who played for the Bengals. How about Icky?
Icky
Woods.
Icky
Woods for Cincinnati.
Yep. But you look at the movement of the freshman kid here. He's 5'9", 180. Low center of gravity, big legs, probably squats 450 if I'm not mistaken. Just kind of looking at it going, hey, the kid's got to do that to be able to have the leg drive. So nice job right there. And Shelby went more to the run that offensive set.
Yeah.
Because they had the numbers inside the box.
And how about this, Mark, Coach? Here's the thing. Every time Shelby's had their hands on the rock, they have been able to push and sustain and score. And that's something Kinston is struggling with now.
Well, Shelby has been able to spread the ball around. Kinston, the same man, has scored all 3 touchdowns.
35-21. Wow, what a hit. Man, oh, man.
Number 4.
For Kinston.
Yeah, number 5,
Brandon Hollifield, by the way.
Chambers on the return. And Hollifield for Shelby just laid the wood. We had another block at the top of the screen. One of the Kinston players had his helmet knocked off. So obviously another big collision going on the football field. So
what an amazing crowd here in Durham today. And obviously just after 3 o'clock, perfect day for football. And
Yep, 34-yard line where Kinston's going to set up. And again, both these teams are getting the ball to 30, 35 every single time. So it's not doing anything to where they've got to sit there and be conservative in the playbook. Just light it up and open up.
Rushing, driving, Kinston trying to find a way to get back in it. Instead, they got leveled.
Maybe 2.
Number 12, Jaden Williams on the play there. Came down from his safety position. He is a senior.
Williams for Shelby.
Short gain of 2, second and 8.
Play brings up 2nd down, 8 to go.
2nd and 8 coming up. Well, 2nd and 8, ball on the 36. Kinston, all right. Got to find a way to get back in this thing. Right, you're down by 14, right? I mean,
yeah.
We've seen that they can do things like that.
Oh, wow.
Catch made from the quarterback, number 18, Pat Brown.
With the catch, number 18, Pat Brown.
That's how you make a big play and stay in this thing here.
Yep, that's exactly right. Nice play on a little corner route. You know, Brown goes down the field and then breaks towards the pylon. Quarterback laid it out there perfectly in the empty zone vacated by the corner and the safety. Again, playing zone defense, you have these open areas of the field.
These are the big plays that you need to do, and so we'll try to now get ready to see what will happen for Kinston. White on white with gold in the K.
Swing pass.
K-Town fires. Almost caught.
The wheel route was wide open.
Incomplete. Number 8 intended from Jones to Reginald McNeil.
Yeah, and number 2, Derek Key. Derek Key made the pass breakup, what we call a PBU, from a safety position. The ball kind of was a little bit late for me on that play. I think the quarterback had him if he'd have thrown the ball to a spot and let his receiver get there because, again, I think it was late and the safety was able to close on it.
So it'll be 2nd and 10, ball on the 45.
Makes up 2nd down, 10 to go.
Mark, we're seeing them throwing the football if you're the Vikings. Do you change it up now and maybe do a handoff? Or do you find, yep, there we go. Look at that.
Draw.
I read it. Draw up the field. Keeps on going. Move the chains and more. Forward progress continues. They ain't blown the whistles yet. It'll blow it down to the 28.
Not a bad play call against the 3-man front. I mean,
you got numbers.
You got numbers.
You've thrown it 4, 5, 6 times. All of a sudden, you run the draw play where your back sits a minute. You give him the football late, and you got 3 guys who have already come up the field to try to get pressure on the quarterback, and there's nothing left if you're playing zone because everybody's going out into the area. And then you had a 12-yard scrum there where you just kept guys pushing to where you get a first down Kinston down around the 28-yard line.
I was wondering if that was going to happen, right? I mean, you tried to throw the football, then you
Look
run
at
it,
the wheel
now
route.
throw a wheel route.
Touchdown
catch.
What a catch. Nice catch.
What a catch in the end
What a
zone.
catch,
Touchdown number 5.
Complete.
Brennan
Number
Chambers.
5, Brennan
Kinston
Chambers.
has called it again.
Goodness gracious. I think I'm going to take the over at 130. You know, we're 65 points in, and we're not even halfway through the first quarter or second quarter.
If you are a fan of high scoring, deep ball throwing,
holy moly,
big plays, wheel routes, you're seeing it, and they're scoring from it, Mark. Another touchdown, and Kinston's right back in this thing. When Shelby finds a way to try to put a nail in the dagger, in the heart, they come right back and get on life support and get back in this thing here.
Kinston just got to find a way to stop the bleeding. I mean, Shelby
Extra point is good.
The offenses are making plays, and, you know, Shelby has been not breaking on defense, but Kinston's got to find a way to stop the Shelby offense here to be able to get the ball back because they're consistently staying 2 scores down. They're back to 1 score. Now, if Shelby goes down the field and scores, you're back to 2. So they got to figure out something.
Mr. Stump, we are treated to a dandy of a high-scoring game, and I know you're covering the East for the Kinston Vikings. As soon as you think they're out, it's like the Chumbawamba song for me and you from back in the 90s, a little tub thumping. I get knocked down, but I get back up again, and you're not going to keep me down. And this is a great football game we're calling here.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, especially after that first quarter, Kinston's done got their stuff together, got confidence out here on the field. You know, they're hyped up on the sideline, and you can definitely tell their fans are keeping them in the game also. And being a lineman that I used to play, that was an amazing catch, and I'm all the way on the other end of the field, and it was just like the one that Shelby scored right here in front of me.
Yes.
When the guy picked the point and went up and just grabbed the ball, he just snatched it out of the air and beat him.
And it was a sight job, like you said, right? He was right there watching it. I mean, he saw the guy jump up for Kinston.
Yep.
Then he saw him go down, and he said, I got it. Caught the football. Down by only 7, Robbie, here.
I think one of the things Kinston needs to figure out, not just pressure, but the young man for Shelby rolls to his right very well.
Yep.
I'd love to see them pressure him, try to force him to roll to the left.
Off that edge.
Off that edge, because then he, make him beat me throwing the ball across his body. He's a big kid. He's got to flip his hips, turn his shoulders, and that's kind of a hard deal. If they could make that work, that might help him.
Yeah, and when you look at it, it's great quarterback play on both sides. You know, when you talk about the stats, they're 18 for 26 for 457 yards in the first quarter and a half.
Yes.
So
quarter and a half.
Well, let's see what Shelby will do to come back and respond. They do got to run. They've got a couple of missed tackles by Kinston, and then there's a big scrum of midfield, and they bring him down. Number 0, by the way, that was Kendrick Raper on the kickoff return, Robbie.
Yeah, nice return there once again. We're setting the ball up at the 44-yard line. You know, again, playbooks are wide open. Just keep slinging it around the yard, as we call it, So, look, Shelby last drive came out and ran the football, had 1 pass in 4 plays. The other 3 were running plays before they scored. Now I look for them to kind of maybe mix it up, go maybe a 50-50 match to try to control the clock just a little bit because they haven't been stopped on anything, either running or passing. So watch a little combination between the two.
Be 1st and 10 on the 44. Kinston down only by 7. This high-scoring battle between the East and the West continues between the Golden Lions and the Vikings, and here comes a fire. Here goes Farmer. Catch made! He's got it in the end zone! Touchdown! Golden Lions, number 1! Emmanuel Collins. Are you kidding me, Mark?
What's the record for offense in the state title game? Because at this rate, they're going to have over 1,000, 1,200 yards.
It's going to happen. So I tell you, what a nice play by Farmer. And what I was talking about earlier is that Farmer threw that ball to a spot. Threw it to a spot. He threw it before the receiver came out of his break, threw it to a spot. Receiver runs underneath it, and he goes to the house tutty.
Well, and one of the things I like, using these binoculars, Kinston gets a little loop. They're outside defensive end.
Yep.
Instead of going up the field, they brought him up and under. He was in his face when he threw the football.
Yep. That's what I'm saying. He threw it up to a spot because he had to get rid of it.
69 points. It's about to be the 70th point between both teams with the PAT through the uprights. Up. Good. 70 points, and we're not even at halftime yet, Mark Coates.
42-28.
Have you ever, Braxton?
Did they bring us the stat sheets here like they did in Chapel Hill?
Yeah,
we got live stats.
I've got live stats.
Yeah, we'll refresh it here in a minute.
15, 276, 26 of 350, 20 for 254. That's between Shelby, 26 of 350. Plays yards for Kinston, 20 of 254.
Yeah, there's 600 yards already in the first half.
Wow.
And we're not even halfway
600
through
yards
the
of offense. We're not even through the second quarter.
Do you get that, Braxton?
7:22 remaining.
Is your jaw dropping, buddy?
That's got to be a record. Somebody around here's got to know what it is.
We'll have to find out.
Brandon Marie, if you're listening in Hickory, I know you were listening earlier, my friend from the NCHSAA. Please tell us if we know the record here on that, because this is an absolutely high-flying, high-scoring. I mean, we are being treated to a dandy for the afternoon here.
Average yards per play, 12.7 for Kinston, 13.5 for Shelby.
Unbelievable.
Wow. Average yards per play, not one play.
13.5. Yeah, go ahead, Kevin. You were queuing up as well, buddy. Go ahead.
Yeah, and just a
81 Grenier.
little. Hold on, let me get back to my spot. A little bit about Kinston's players.
We're changing the mics at halftime, by the way.
And just a little bit, wherever they're going to school, they have the math helmet sticker on the back of their helmet to show where they're going. Number 2 is going to state, and one of the other players is going to Marshall that I've seen so far.
Yeah, Braxton, keep your mic on. We'll toss it down to you in a moment. That's something that me and you had a discussion about yesterday during pregame, was that we saw a football player with a Campbell Camels logo on their helmets, and that's a nice way of telling you where you're going to be signed on and committed to.
Yeah, for sure. And we talked about that. Yesterday pregame we were watching Watauga and Middle Creek warm up, and we noticed it. And I said that Thursday night I had kind of spotted that for sure. And there's a lot of talented players out here, and a lot of uncommitted guys as well, and unsigned guys that are really making a name for themselves out here. But these guys they've got schools and stickers on the back of their helmet, they're definitely showing why they've got those offers.
Robbie,
yes, sir.
The high scoring battle continues. I mean, here it goes. I mean, we're treated to a humdinger as it's right up the middle of Pooch kick.
Going to be the second one in a row that's gone out of bounds.
There's a flag going to go to the 35.
Well, they actually declined the other one, had them re-kick it. So they may have them re-kick it for a third time. This is the second time on this set of kicks that has gone out of bounds.
They're going to make him re-kick. So it's a 5-yard penalty re-kick it here. So,
yep. So they've gone from the 40 to the 35, now to the 30 is where they'll kick it from.
Mark, we are seeing an amazing quarterback battle, aren't we, between these guys of Farmer?
Yeah,
Farmer and Jones. Jones and Farmer Jones.
We saw an awesome one last night at the 7A level there between Aiden Smalls and Faison, and you're seeing another one here today.
This is again great quarterback play, great receiver play. We've seen some good catches out of the gate. Guys going up over top of people. Return here by number 5.
He's got an edge.
Here we go again.
He's
got room to run, got blockers, got help.
He is on the sideline.
He shoved somebody away.
Didn't step out,
he's going to the end zone. Touchdown number 5. They're not showing him out of bounds. Brennan Chambers has scored for Kinston.
Holy moly.
Oh, me. Somebody bring me an iced tea. I got a good chair and I got a good view. I just need something to drink.
I mean, I have a Lipton tea, but I don't think you like it, right?
Wow.
That's okay, so that's all set up.
Are you a Louisiana man?
I'm a sweet tea kind of.
But it is sweet tea.
5 tea bags, 2.5 cups of sugar, and a wooden spoon kind of man. So
we felt like that at College Football Weekly at Vincent's on Tuesday.
Exactly.
All right, Mark, I mean, Robbie, look at this. Chambers. I mean, look, he even shoved people out of his way. Like it was just easy peasy Japanesey to get that touchdown. Add on a PAT, you're back on the board. You're only down by 7 now.
He goes 80 yards, but it's all set up by the 2 out of bounds kicks. Rather than taking the ball at 35, making them re-kick it twice.
Well, okay, you
have your choice.
I know I've got the Shelby folks in here with me.
Yeah, we do have Shelby and Kinston to our left and right.
I just question a little bit of, okay, they did that on purpose because they wanted 5 to get the ball. Why don't you switch it up, kick it to the other side?
Well, they were trying to pooch it the first couple times, and then they kicked it down the middle, and 5 had to go backwards to get it. So actually, the rule of return, man, is you never go back to catch the football. 5 just went to go make a play.
You let it go by and somebody behind you gets it. Well, I believe I'd had to change up my mindset if I'd been Shelby. But
I can tell you this, though. I'm looking at the record and the stats on the season for the Shelby Golden Lions and even Kinston for that matter. They are high scores, right? I mean, Robbie, we're looking at it. When they score, they score
What's their
big.
average?
One game back in September, Shelby beat a team 90-0.
I remember
that. 90-0. McMichael in November to open up the playoffs, 70-14. East Rutherford, 65-34. And the numbers continue for the Golden Lions. And here we go again. Golden Lions with a nice return to the 40.
Kinston has gone over 50 5 times or 4 times this year, and over 40 1, 2, 3 times. So 8 games over 40 games.
Yeah, their biggest win with a blowout was South Lenoir. South Lenoir
59-6.
And then there was a 53-7 Northmore game.
Look at Bedingfield at 61-8.
I remember that 9-0 score beginning of the year because I thought it was.
Yeah, it was posted all over. It was posted all over.
Like, how do you score 90 points with a 35?
Well, I will tell you
this is the team that did it. Shelby did it.
I will tell you this, is that there was a school in Oklahoma that scored 92. Owasso for Oklahoma scored 92 points in one of the
and there's a catch made. It's going to be close. I think they're going to say first down. It will be a first down.
Well, they're marking it
number
short.
1, Emmanuel Collins, and actually it'll be 2nd and 1.
I thought he called it on about the 50.
I thought it was too. They're going to say it's 2nd and 1, a pickup of 9 there. So,
yeah, and Farmer that time actually had to get off his spot, shuffle up in the pocket, step 1 to the right, and he found his crossing route coming over the middle for the 9-yard gain.
If you're listening on the radio, we're only at the midway points of the second quarter, first half here in Durham.
Points.
Unbelievable. They might have to delay the start of the Tarboro-Murphy game. There's flags. Pass interference. We haven't seen it in a while.
They're going
to call PI.
Did they call it?
6. Yeah, they're going to call PI.
Yellow laundry's on the field from 2 different ends of the spectrum, Mark.
Yeah. Kahari Corey right there. And I was watching Farmer and watch Corey's a one-man route. That's all you had. Farmer sits there looking at him, and threw the ball to the middle of the field to let Corey go get it. And what happened at that point in time is he and the defender, he cut underneath the defender, who at the point in time grabbed him, and now you got PI.
The penalty.
So you've got a 15-yard penalty. Will be a first down. So now you've got the ball at the 37-yard line with a little bit of time to score. 6 minutes and 14 seconds
let everybody
left.
know, Mr. Official, it's not a spot foul, right? It's from the first down marker up.
High school is a 15-yard penalty from the previous
And
spot.
here comes Woods. Look at that number 26, the big man, the freshman.
Pick up 5.
On the carry, number 26.
Jonas Woods. He found the end zone earlier. And we got a
in
player
high school,
losing a helmet.
Yeah,
Kevin, down to you.
I was about to say I didn't know if he had to come out of the play because I was going to say he lost his helmet on that play.
Yes, if you lose your helmet, you have to come out for a play, and that's why we're bringing in 13 now of Julius Brooks.
Unless it's pulled off your head with a face mask penalty or whatever else, you have to go out for a play.
So if he loses his helmet on his own, you got to go out. It's for safety basically.
Yep.
Here we go. It's now
right here in the flat.
Nice flat catch made, room to run in the red zone. What a almost helmet to helmet impact there. 7-7, by the way. That was Xavion Kroom into the helmet of Calvin Ramser. And he's going to get into the red zone though and move the chains first down, Robbie.
Wesley just you just called it 7-7 on a collision.
Yeah.
So you look at it and it was a great play action route. 7 came from Shelby, came under the line of scrimmage, went to the flat. Again, Lamb just hits it right there in stride.
How does the state record that yardage on that kickoff
10,
return?
9, 8, trying to go down,
From where
forward
he took
progress, and he drops for Woods.
Is it a rush? Is it considered rushing yard?
No, it's KR. It's a KR. It's an all-purpose yard.
But as far as total yards,
it's an all-purpose yard.
I got you.
Yep.
Now that helmet to helmet, why did they not throw a flag on that? I mean, it looked like there was a little impact. We heard it from the crowd, Mike, but they both get up and continue to play.
Yeah, the running back was not defenseless when you look at there. So he actually initiated some contact as well by lowering. So that's
just smash mouth football,
yeah,
right?
It is. Yeah, that is football. So
just head to head, part of the punt.
Let's go. Yep.
Under 5 minutes remaining at Willie Bradshaw Field. 3A state championship touchdown. He caught it. End zone. It is Genesis.
Nope.
No, I'm sorry. It's Kendrick Raper. Touchdown, Shelby. And the scorings continue.
And the
notice I
hits
added
keep on
S
coming.
to the vernacular. Scorings continue. Mark.
We're finally under 5 minutes to go in the second quarter.
And we're going to be at 54, 55 points.
We're going to have 1,000 yards by halftime.
We might have,
we might have
90 to 70.
You said they were at 600 a while ago?
Yeah.
All right, they drove down the field plus the kickoff return.
Let's see, 385.
385 and 254.
So 5, 6.
Well, while y'all are figuring all that up, he was right.
Good, Kevin.
Right in front of me whenever he scored. And I don't know if y'all heard this or not, but tonight at the Saturday night's main event is John Cena's final wrestling match.
That's right.
And as soon as he got that play done, he was the you can't see me. Right?
He did a little you can't see me, right? My
That's
time is
right.
now. Kinston and Shelby. 49-35. Shelby Golden Lions back up by 14 as we step away from Durham and take a radio timeout.
The North Carolina High School Athletic Association welcomes you to tonight's game. We are excited to celebrate the hashtag NCHSAA Game Locked In, which honors everything that makes high school sports special.
Let's continue to create a positive, welcoming environment for everyone. Cheer loudly, support your team, show respect to officials, opponents, and each other.
Let's make tonight's game one to remember, full of pride, positivity, and what it means to be truly locked in.
Just understand from our during radio timeout, Shelby has scored 700 points for the year. Here comes a kickoff return.
30,
number
32.
number 7.
Ball's loose. Ball's loose.
Xavier Kroom, 32 with a hit.
Oh, they called him down.
Justin Johnson down by contact. It'll be a hold on to the football for the white and gold of Kinston. It's the battle of the white and gold of the East Regional Champions of the Kinston Vikings. It's the battle of the black and gold of the West Regional Champions. Their 18th time being in the state championship of Cleveland County, North Carolina, Shelby Golden Lions. And you said 717 points to be exact they've scored leading up to tonight.
Yeah, exactly. And it's just holding course to the game right now. We're at 649 yards of offense in the first half.
And I'm not sure what that referee saw, but from my angle, that ball came out before he hit the ground.
Yeah, well,
so you thought it was a fumble? Let's see what happens. QB keeper.
Jones with the quarterback carry.
QB keeper there for Jones. That's Tyler Jones. And
yeah, a little RPO option play right there. Quarterback fake the dive, and he comes on out, runs options. He's option off the defensive end. The defensive end feathered out, so he turns it up underneath and picks up 6 yards.
Hey, Mark, are we being treated to something very special of high school football here tonight?
It's been a long time since I've seen a game like this.
You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of that game between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Buffalo. Was it the Buffalo Bills, I think? The high scoring back and forth catch made. Interception. Golden Lions take the football away.
Trying to hit number 5 across the middle.
And by the way, is number 12 who intercepted Jaden Williams, but a flag.
You got a flag on the play back here.
They'll have holding. It'll be declined.
It's going to be
Shelby.
Holding. So
decline it. Shelby will get the football.
Yes.
And that's the first mistake for the most part that's been made. Kinston, the quarterback that time, threw the ball into coverage, didn't have a lot there, should have put the ball down and checked it down to his back in the flat.
He actually had the wide receiver, but the wide receiver fell down. He was right there. He was going to catch the ball, and he slipped down right in front of the defender. He would have had that and could have been gone, but he slipped down.
That is the first interception of the game for Kinston. It is also adding on when they had to punt earlier. So a punt and a turnover interception might be a deciding factor here of changing the tide of the guard here, Mark, between Kinston and the Golden Lions of Shelby as they got the football back. And by the way, great field position at midfield.
And 3:57 remaining in the second quarter.
I'm telling you, wow.
Handoff to the right.
What a great football game as Woods.
Nice play there. Only gains 1.
There's a talent right here, man. Jonas Woods, a freshman player playing in a state championship. Got to be something the coach sees in him and Mike Wilbanks.
Yeah, absolutely. To have a freshman come in and be such a focal point of the offense, to be the starter, get carries. Normally you get a freshman in there, you're trying to wean him in. They're not weaning Mr. Woods off for nothing. They just like bring him in and give him the football.
Now just think about this now. Last year, this time, this young man was in the 8th grade playing middle school football.
Yep, that's right.
This year, he's in the state title game.
Yep. Let's see now what we'll watch Mr. Farmer do now. He'll fire the football, catch, caught, touchdown. He loses the football as he drops on the ground from the hit by Justin
Robbie,
Gooding.
that was a 51-yard pass play. Add that to your 649.
Lorenzo Roseboro, touchdown.
Add that 51 to your 649.
Yeah. They're gonna let this play go to see what happens. They think that he ball him down. They just call a touchdown. He had possession.
Yeah,
crossing the plane.
What is going on here?
When the ball came loose, Kinston picked the ball up and ran it the length of the field.
Yeah, but he had the ball. I mean, he had it when he dropped it. He lost the football in the end zone. It's a touchdown.
You got the officials calling a touchdown now.
You just ran for nothing. Number 3 of Tyler Jones. Was it Jones? I think.
Well,
man. I mean, it's no good.
Robbie, explain as a referee why they let that happen.
Well,
did they not blow the whistle?
Well, no. When the ball came down, we're seeing touchdown. There's got to be a demonstrative, call by the official as you go. They didn't really get that. They did get the touchdown when he came down. It's a catch and it's a tutty.
To a normal fan, that is confusing because you're letting a play happen.
That was number 1, by the way.
And then you call it back. I mean,
Yeah.
if it's a touchdown,
that was
go
Justin
ahead and
Gooding
blow it
that made
dead.
the extra run to the end zone for Kinston, but it's for naught.
And where I was standing, I did not hear a whistle blow.
That's what I was wondering, Kevin. I didn't hear it either. We
No,
got a crowd
I didn't either
mic.
because this
And,
side
I
official
mean-
was looking at the back and he was pointing at him and that they were confused each other. So they never blew the whistle. I don't know if you could hear that one, but I would have definitely
Yes,
heard
I heard it.
I would
Yeah,
have definitely
we
heard it
heard
if it blew it.
Well, see, here's what you're looking for in that situation is you're looking for the officials to come together because you got one guy seeing the guy's back, one guy seeing his front. He's trying to make sure he maintained possession before it came loose when he did go into the end zone.
Right.
So that at that point in time, I'm going to look at you across the formation, and if I have to, I'm going to give you a yes, no, whatever, or we're going to come
Let's
talk.
come together
Let's
and
come
say,
together. Hey,
no,
what
no,
did
no.
you see?
Yeah.
I got this, I got that, and then they'll call the touchdown. Okay.
It's all about communication, right?
Correct. Absolutely. You got to do that.
And the referees also have earpieces, right, where they can communicate sometimes.
They should have a earpiece, which means they can communicate with each other. But in that instance, you're still going to come together. You don't want to make that conversation a long way,
right?
It's like when
let's not have a powwow 30 yards away. Let's have a private moment and
let's
chat
have a
about
private moment. And that's like when you're umpiring baseball and you have a meeting with the coach on the first baseline. Yeah. You don't want to sit there and talk to him like this so everybody can see you. You want to turn your back to the infield, turn your back to the dugout, and talk to the infield.
Let's not scream from 90 feet away from each other.
Exactly,
right?
we're going here. Hey, what'd you see? No, never mind, dude. But not to take anything away. That is Mr. Roseborough's second touchdown of the day.
Yes, it was. Yes.
So Lorenzo's got 2.
Lorenzo Roseborough with 2 touchdowns for Shelby, and right now it is 56-35.
91 points, 717 yards of offense in the first half.
Mark, listen to this. 3 minutes left to go in the first half. 33 plays, 445 yards. Shelby, 22 plays, 261 yards.
22 minutes of football.
And we're still over 11.9 for Kinston and 13.5 for Shelby on average yards per play.
1 penalty, 1 interception for Kinston, I think, really turned it and changed things around here. Kinston's not giving up, though. They got a renewed vigor. They're driving, and they'll drop it around the 23.
That's good defense there by number 18 for Shelby. He came up and read the screenplay. That's Grady Nodine or Nodine. If I pronounce it wrong, I apologize. But
that was Jones to Wiggins, by the way.
Yeah, nice play by the backer there, 18, to stop the screenplay. If you remember, they ran the screenplay earlier. It was a middle screen. This was a left hash screen from that stand.
Jones to Wiggins. Here we go now. 56-35.
Shelby showing pressure.
Oh, did he move? Whoa, that was close. Thought number 10 jumped. He's going after Jones. Instead, they make a catch, but
he's down.
I mean,
you don't want to catch that ball.
He'd have been better off to let that ball bounce.
Yeah, you don't want to catch that ball.
You
Clock's
lost
running,
a yard from
lose
doing
a yard.
that.
Clock continues to run. You get nothing out of it.
Timeout, Shelby.
2 minutes. 2 minutes left. Clock.
Yeah. So what
still
you just
going
saw,
down?
What you
It's not
just saw
stop
here,
the clock. I thought they called a timeout.
Yeah, they'll have to change that.
Yeah, they got to fix that. They got to put about 10 seconds on the clock.
Yeah, and the Shelby coaches are saying that right now. But what's going on now is that Shelby wants the football back.
Yeah.
They got Kinston.
That's why they stopped the clock.
Yeah, they
That's
got
right.
Kinston in a 3rd and long situation, 3rd and 2 change, so 13, 3rd and 14. Shelby wants to get the football back and try to surpass the 60-point mark in the first half.
I think you're going to see them dial up some pressure. They've been bringing 5. Don't be surprised if they don't bring 6 here.
Yeah, I didn't think I'd ever say this in a high school football game.
Josh Schreiber in Hickory and Allen Deek said, "What on earth is happening in Durham at your game? I've never seen anything like this." Neither have I.
Neither have we, brother. Again, like I said, I never thought I'd say this.
It might be a delayed start in Hickory for Tarboro and Murphy because TV and radio have both got to be in sync when they go live.
Exactly. All right, exactly. So again, never thought I'd say this, but Shelby has a possibility of putting up 60 in the first half and not have a running clock.
Yeah.
Because they're not going to be up by 35.
No, you'd have to be at 70.
Yeah, you got to be at 70 with Kinston not scoring anything else. They're going to put some time back on the clock. It says 2 minutes now, but I think it should be about 2:06, 2:07. They're going to put 2:08 on the clock. Yep, 2:08.
Yeah, I was getting ready to say that he's going 2:08.
Yep. All right, so
coming up, Clayton Peanut Company at the half. Remember, Christmas is here. Mention hashtag CRN State, or just mention you heard about the state championships on CRN. 25% off of your Clayton
I'm
Peanut
headed this
Company
week to get my
products.
chocolate covered peanuts.
Boiled peanuts, chocolate peanuts. Here we go. Jones.
Rusher there.
No one home, incomplete on a
He
third
was in his
down.
face. He grabbed his arm, Robbie. You see that?
Yeah, I did. And that's that neglects the play. It altered the pass. He couldn't step into the throw, so he tried to get it out there. So now you got 4th and long, and it worked out perfect for Shelby because now you're going to get the punt.
Don't give him the ball back right here.
No,
Kevin, your mic is hot. We're hearing everything you're saying, buddy. But yeah, go ahead and say what you were saying.
No, I was just saying they're going to turn the ball back over to Shelby right here. If they can't ball, he's going to kick the ball.
Okay. He said, "Don't give him the ball back again."
That's going to bounce.
But they're going to do it. It'll bounce, and here comes Shelby. Live ball.
You know what?
Live
It
ball.
hit the Shelby play.
Kinston's got the football. Kinston's got the
Kinston football.
Yep. Kinston's going to have the football.
Live ball after it touched the body.
Oh, no.
Wow, are you serious?
No.
They're giving it back to Shelby. And there's a Shelby player down.
That's a horrible call.
Well, the only way they could
they're going to say Shelby football. We could have swore it touched the body of a Shelby player. Live ball, it should be Kinston football. You're thinking, Kevin, what's up?
The only thing that could happen is if the ball hit the Kinston player first before the Shelby guy made contact, because that would negate the ball being live anymore. It's a dead ball.
And we can't see it because there's not a video board like at Keenan Stadium or Carter Finley to show a replay.
Exactly. If the ball hit Kinston first, it's Shelby's football.
Well, maybe the referee's got a better view than we got, right? We're way up in the air, so and they're going to
you hope they have
blow
a better
whistles
view.
here. They're going to call a timeout, Kinston.
If they don't have a better view, somebody's in trouble.
I mean, Mark, after last night, come on.
No, don't talk about last night. We're past last night, okay? We're more mature than that.
723 yards of offense in the first half of play. 70 points have been 81 points, 81 points, and 700 plus yards of offense. What an offensive battle!
Points,
33 plays, 445 yards for Shelby. 25 plays, 258 yards for Kinston. They're starting to get into a stalemate, and Vikings got to come back here.
I'm going to take the over now at 170. But
we're going to Vegas now. We're going to try to
see what happens.
Powerball this thing here.
Goodness gracious.
I don't know 170. Surely there's got to be some better defense in the second half.
Well,
My goodness, wow.
Again, we talked about if you've got to get pressure.
I wonder with the radio crew, because we're the voice of the Comets during the regular season. Last night we did the championship game, so you got to kind of be neutral but Switzerland, but also a fan of Clayton. You got Kinston Radio to my right with Patrick Johnson and their crew. They got this crew from Shelby doing the radio here, and they've got to be literally just blown by what we're seeing here.
Well,
we're Switzerland today, just calling the game down the middle, if you will.
He's open.
And it drops on the turf in front of him, incomplete, Mark. Wow, it was intended for Noah Gardner.
You reckon they just slipped out of his hand?
That's a play to where he did not expect his receiver to be that open and tried to place the football instead of driving the football. Drive the football through on every throw. Don't go, let me just lay it for him. Go ahead and drive the football into the receiver. He's wide open.
Wide.
Coming up, Clayton Peanut Company at the half, and again, don't forget, Alan and Josh are standing by when this one ends. We still got another half of football left to go in Hickory for Tarboro and Murphy. As Woods with the football, yellow laundry's thrown in the pile at midfield. And we'll find out the call here from the White Hat. Now, we've had a game where there wasn't a lot of penalties, right, Robbie? Now we're seeing 5 penalties for 35 yards on Shelby, 3 penalties for 26 yards on Kinston.
But I'm going to tell you, for the number of yards they've got in the first half, that's not a lot of penalties.
Yeah, and that play right there,
but 2 or 3 plays now we've been seeing the yellow flag is what I was going to say.
Yeah, holding was called on that play, I believe, on the left tackle. And quite honestly, I'm looking at the left tackle because he had the Kinston
penalty on Shelby.
Yeah, he had the Kinston defender turned with his back this way. So, it wasn't like it was a push-down hold block. Right. He was in between himself and the ball carrier, which is really good.
2nd and 20, ball on the 44.
Farmer's going to step up.
Shelby pushing, driving. Three defenders for Kinston, bringing down Farmer, and this time Lynn Farmer going nowhere, Mark. I mean, they found a way to put him in a roadblock as a timeout's being taken by Shelby here.
Well, maybe it's finally taking them being down by 3 scores to get excited about defense.
Stop number 20, Christian Ham.
Shelby should have one timeout left for the half. It's
Unbelievable.
Third down and about 20.
Golden Lions.
Robbie, this crowd they're absolutely being entertained an amazing game. I'm actually doing video right now to just show how good the crowd is. What a great crowd for both the home and away teams, obviously for the east and the west of Shelby and Kinston.
So what's the offensive coordinator calling here, Robbie, on 3rd and 20?
He's going to try to get half of it. He's going to try to get half the play up. Yeah, try to get so you make it a 4th and manageable.
2 downs.
Absolutely. Yeah, why not? Again, you've got a 21-point lead. Even if you give it up, you still go in halftime up 14. So, if I'm the OC and I'm the head coach, I'm looking at try to pick up half of it, and then on 4th down, try to get the other half. And, with the way things have been going, one of those halves is going to be in the end zone.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, 10 yards for this crowd might as well be 5.
Yeah. Like I said, you're averaging 12.7 yards a play, for Shelby, and 10.3 for Kinston. So again, you're averaging a first down every time you you touch the football.
Well, and with that said, Robbie, still a lot of football here left to play. I mean, a game that's had 35 plays, 445 yards for Shelby from Cleveland County, North Carolina. For the Kinston people just outside of LaGrange, Kinston has now, for the Vikings, had 25 plays for 258 yards.
Crossing
and now we're going to see Farmer fire the football. It is incomplete. Great coverage. Number 21 for Kinston and the white and gold of Jamoris Poole covering him there, and it's going to be a 4th down and long. Shelby punched the football, I think, for the first time tonight. Coming up, right? They're going to punt it.
Yep, Farmer's on the sidelines. That's why, like I said, with that play, 3rd and 20, he tried to make a deep throw. But think about it. When you look at that throw, that's a 70-yard throw.
1A versus 8A, that's an arm. That's an arm
talent. I like the kid. And I was talking to the Shelby guys. They say he has very few offers. He's got a couple of small schools.
And they will punt it.
Nice kick.
Dang, that's a lineman, dude.
20. It bounces back towards the end zone. Going back 13. More. Goes out at the 13, as Mark said.
Yep.
Here comes Kinston, Mark. Maybe one last drive before the half.
1 minute and 1 second remains in the second
timeout.
So, Robbie, what happened here, right? It's 56-35, but at one time it was 14, maybe to 7, score 14, back down to 7. Kinston, where did the fire change for the Vikings? What do they got to get back here?
Yeah, you had the interception, which kind of stalled a little bit of the momentum because it was a 1-possession game, a 7-point game.
Oh, yeah.
And then Shelby has scored, like I said, every possession except for this last one. Now, what's going to happen here is that Kinston's going to say, what do we get on 1st down? If we make a nice enough chunk play, then we can go ahead and keep going.
He's under pressure. He about got dropped. Fires, long ball. It's caught! And it's going to be one-man race. He'll drop it to 25. Unbelievable. Number 5, Brennan Chambers.
That's a
from Jones. Jones to Chambers from the 13.
59 yards.
Unbelievable to the 25, Mark Coates of Shelby. What a catch.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you, Kinston just needs to throw the long ball.
57 yards on the completion, and that's what we talked about. If they get something going, now they're going to get up here and let's rock and roll. They got one timeout with 40 seconds left.
Think about the scores that Kinston's had. Other than that middle screen, everything else has been long.
Yep. Now go get out of bounds.
Running, walking the tightrope.
Pass is complete.
Pass complete.
Number 0,
yeah, nice timing on that play right there from Jones to the back there, because as soon as the play was going, there was nobody covering the swing route by the running back. He hit him, got up the line of scrimmage, got past the line, picked up 7 yards, so now it's 2nd and 3 on the 23-yard line. So again, you still got 30 seconds. He went out of bounds to stop the clock. Great clock management by him as well.
30 seconds left. Guys, this has probably been the longest half of football I think we've called in a very long time. Maybe it's in the history. Here we go with Jones, and now he goes down. He gets tackled.
Now
he gets dropped. And Jones is hurt, guys.
Yeah, coach is going to call his timeout.
Tyler Jones is down for the golden white of Kinston.
With the sack for Shelby.
Kinston player down, quarterback Tyler Jones.
not good for
shoulder, arm. What are you thinking, Mark?
I'm not speculating.
Man, he's in pain though, guys. I'm telling you, he's in pain.
He was focused downfield. He never saw the pressure coming.
Yeah, he kind of got high load right there. He had a guy, but the guy down below and a guy above. So let's hope the young man is fine.
I'm pretty sure it is his shoulder because that's what he's holding right now.
Yeah.
Earlier in the quarter, he was down here and got hit, and he was holding his right shoulder
when he tried to throw the football a while ago.
Correct. And he came down. He held his arm, held his biceps, his elbow, whatever. But like I said, they'll figure it out and work it. So
now, obviously, if they have to bring in another quarterback down the line, I mean, I guess it would be Michael Eaton. And he is a freshman quarterback, Michael Eaton. That's the only QB they got. He probably came from the JV roster, moved up to varsity for the playoffs. Only you see that happen a lot. JV to varsity,
you can actually see it better right there.
What are you looking at, Mark? What are you watching?
The game on.
From where I'm standing, it looks like he's holding his wrist. So I don't know.
His wrist, maybe?
Yeah,
he's up on his feet now.
There you go. He's
trying to work.
Number 3's back on his feet. He'll go to the sideline, obviously, because Robbie Worrell, he had an injury, right? So he's going to go to the sideline. So they're going to bring in a QB to take him in. So, and now they're going to bring in that quarterback, that freshman quarterback. He can fire the football. He caught it. Touchdown. Unbelievable. Touchdown. Kinston, number 2. Tyreek Copper from the freshman QB coming in, a Michael Eaton, and Kinston scores.
Number 2, Tyreek
Wow.
Oh!
97 points.
We are 3 points away from 100 points in an offensive game for both teams in the first half of football, Robbie. I've never seen anything like this in my 30 years of broadcasting football.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. I mean, that's it's wow. It's incredible. It's remarkable. What in the world is happening? You got a freshman.
Michael Eaton, the freshman. Mark is listening to the TV feed over there. It's picking up on his mic. They bring in the freshman quarterback of Michael Eaton to take the place of, obviously, the star QB1 of Tyler Jones. His first throw, Robbie, is a dart to number 2, Tyreek Copper. The PAT is no good.
And he just goes up at the high point, Robin.
56-41.
The receiver just goes up at the high point.
Yeah, it was just like, how high can you go? Right?
Yeah, he went up. We've had a couple you got mossed today, and that was another one where the Kinston receiver goes up over the top of the Shelby, the defender, and just took the ball away at about the 3 and then turned and just fell into the end zone.
And he was double covered on top of that.
Yeah, so again, guys, you're talking about 97 points in the first half of football.
Yeah, 56-41 though, but Shelby's nice in the comfortable spot.
Where'd that drive start?
11 seconds
at the 13,
left,
didn't it?
If you're one of the coaches, do you just say, let's take a knee and go to the locker room?
I can't wait to get to halftime.
Well, we are at 790 yards of offense in the first half.
790 yards combined of offense by Shelby and Kinston. More for Shelby. They're 36 of 445. Kinston's 29 of 345.
Again, your average yards per play are 11.9 for Kinston and 12.4 for Shelby. Every time you take a snap, you're getting a first down.
If this holds true, you're talking 1,600 yards of offense and 180 points.
Well, here we go. There's 11 seconds left, and it's going to be a dart right there to the man of the kickoff return, and he's running. Shelby's got it. Kendrick Raper. He's on his feet. It's a foot race. They got him and bring him down around the 30.
Wait a minute. There's got to be one. There might be 1 second
left. There might
left.
be a second left, maybe. That was, by the way, number
the Shelby
13
coaches,
for the tackle of Jameer Brown making the stop.
The Shelby coaches are asking for 1 second be put up.
There should be at least 1 or 2 seconds. There's got to be at least 1 or 2 seconds for Shelby.
The White Hat just asked for something. I don't know if it's 1 or 2. Let's see what goes on.
They put a second on the clock. All right.
So here you go.
Well, you know where this is going.
Oh, there's going to be a Hail Mary, right, Mark? Get ready. Hail Mary.
Well, From here, you don't have that. You can run a normal route.
Just run it. Yeah.
You're on the 32-yard line. You run a normal route down to the 20. Let the guy run in the end zone, and that would put us over 100 for the first
Bree
half.
Ramey, have you ever seen a game like this in your video lens? Unbelievable.
She's in shock.
Don't forget, she'll be a part of the All-Star crew for the All-Star game in Greensboro.
Timeout,
and there's a
Kinston.
timeout being taken by the Kinston Vikings. Robbie, what's the protocol here? If there's a game kickoff at 5 o'clock, you've got TV all across North Carolina covering one game. You got us doing the game on the radio. So do you delay the start? And then does that delay the 8 o'clock game because of this game going so long for the first time ever here in Durham?
It won't delay our game here. Our game here will stay at 8 o'clock because there's nothing in between. We still got 3 hours window.
Right.
But as far as the NCHSAA, I don't know, because if they are working in conjunction with each other, they may want to have complete separation.
Every TV affiliate is broadcasting on the game of the state.
So,
that's why they purposely put those times for what they did.
I would say they probably, depending on what happens in the second half, they probably would have to move the start back of that first game, or that game at the
Tarboro and Murphy. Yeah.
Tarboro Murphy
in
game.
Hickory. Yep.
And that game for me, I don't believe. What a nice catch! Great picture right out of the gate. That game for me,
Mark became a fan of Kinston all of a sudden.
Will probably catch up because Tarboro and Murphy ain't gonna throw it. Right, they're gonna run it. Both those teams are gonna run it.
We're about to find out. 1 second on the clock.
Here.
1 second on the clock,
play.
ladies and gentlemen. What will Land Farmer do? He throws to one, and he goes straight head on with him with 1 second remaining. Emmanuel Collins.
But that probably puts you over 800 yards right there.
He'll drive to around the 20, and that is the half.
Very close.
56-41, 97 points combined offense for Kinston and Shelby. Braxton, Kevin, I'll let you guys give an assessment of your first half. Please come back up to control. We're changing out your wireless mics. I'm tired of the popping and the cutting in and cutting out. And you know how I am. I'm going to fix it. I work good at Keenan because we're so high up in the air.
Yep.
But I think these ones are too low down to the ground. Kevin, down to you first, man. Obviously, 41 points for Kinston. Braxton, stand by for Shelby. And what a game we're watching, Mr. Stump.
Yeah, I've never seen anything like it, like you said. And however long I've been watching football, it's just been a back-and-forth game. It's just Kinston's going to have to find some little points in there where they're going to be able to stop Shelby and try to get the ball back and to cut into that 21-point lead.
Mr. Cutchin, Braxton, I know you've seen a lot of football. You've traveled to a lot of college places. This is the first time seeing the Shaw Bears field. What a game we're seeing here at Durham County Memorial Stadium. Shelby, Kinston, we're ready to see what the third quarter entails in about 20 minutes.
And I heard like video game numbers are being put up right now, and Coach just said it in his interview. He's like, it's like video games out here, and it's crazy.
Like a video game.
It's pandemonium, and there's chaos all over the field. But I just think play. The quarterbacks have been phenomenal so far. They've been doing a much better job about, like Robbie said earlier, throwing to the spot and let the receivers go get the ball. And I think we're going to see more of that. And hey, we might have a high scoring affair here in the second half. That's for sure, if it wasn't already.
And I am going to try to check with the NCHSAA officials if I could get a clarification. I will let you know what that protocol is. Obviously, we're calling all of the games for CRN of the state championships, and that does got to be something that we got to consider here for our buddies Josh Reiber and Alan Dietz at Hickory, of where Murphy or Tarboro gets delayed. That's something we consider. Mark's already took his headset off. Your take before we go to a break, halftime, and what a first half we'll see, man.
It's been an amazing offensive outburst from both squads, And then I just looked and I see that it was an 18-minute halftime. So it might have been 15-3.
Yes.
We'll just see if they don't put the 3-minute to the other side. But they're. It can't continue, can it? If you do, but like we said, if there is protocol to move game times back, then they'll make that adjustment.
I would think you'd go ahead and start the game, and the game would be underway, and then when this game is over, you switch over to it and finish it out, and then come back to that.
I mean, maybe multi-screen, show both games on the TV. See, the problem is, Mark, is television is doing each game one at a time,
got each
right?
game,
But it's not my RDC.
Yeah,
it's
but-
all of the TV
okay.
affiliates that are my TV affiliated. They're doing all the games. So you have Charlotte, you have Winston-Salem, you have Greensboro, you have Raleigh, you have Greenville, you have Wilmington. They're all covering at the same time the state championship game.
I get it, but I mean, how's that any different than something you watch on ESPN and
that's the point.
Alabama and Georgia go into overtime?
You got 4 different channels from ESPN you can move it to.
Right. They don't have my TV channel 2 or my TV channel 3, so they're going to have to figure this out as we go.
So in other words, you're saying they're going to demand their TV rights.
We'll have to find out.
Yeah.
4th highest scoring state championship game in history.
And
We're
it's
seeing
halftime.
right now. 4th, hey guys, 4th highest game in state championship history we're seeing.
For the total game or for halftime?
For the total game or the half?
They just said that this
For the total game right now.
guys, they just said this is the 4th highest score.
The 4th highest scoring game in history you are hearing on CRN, and we are going to step away. We got to go to an extended commercial break to thank our partners. We're changing wireless mics for our all-state sideline reporters, and we are back. What a battle, what a game we have the privilege to see high above here at Bradshaw Field. 56-41, Clayton Peanut Company at the half. Will also pause for station identification.
This is the Community Radio Network, WCRN, 87.9 FM, Clayton, Garner, Smithfield, North Carolina. Proud to be in the USA. We are CRN.
You're not going to want to miss tonight's county fair. I'm going to be.
We are your window to your community.
Did you see the last 5 minutes of that football game last night?
Oh man, I saw the whole thing.
And a lifeline to keep you safe when danger is near.
Everybody who is listening needs to take cover as soon as they can. This is one of the biggest storms.
We are live and local. We are America's broadcasters. Text radio to 52886 and tell Congress you depend on your local radio stations.
Message and data rates may apply. You may receive up to 4 messages a month, and you may text STOP to STOP.
This message furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters.
Get hurt in the game?
I'm a guy who lost a bet and my dignity. As if watching my team lose wasn't punishment enough. What are you looking at, huh? What are you? It's a 1-speed. And if you have cut rate car insurance, odds are you'd be paying for that yourself. So get Allstate and be better protected from mayhem, like me. Hey, I'm walking here.
Get hurt in the game? We tough it out. Feel exhausted? We push on. Feeling down? We pull ourselves up by the bootstraps. But there are times when bootstraps aren't enough. When stress gets to us and we need to talk to someone about what we're really going through. So we're going to reach out because sometimes mental health is not a one-person job. Visit loveyourmindtoday.org. That's loveyourmindtoday.org. Brought to you by the Huntsman Mental Health Institute and the Ad Council.
Let's take a moment to breathe. Deep inhale. Extend your spine. Remain focused on what you're doing. If safe to do so, exhale slowly, leaning to one side. Inhale back to center. If safe to do so, exhale slowly to the opposite side. Find mental health resources at loveyourmindtoday.org. This message is brought to you by the Huntsman Mental Health Institute and the Ad Council.
You said you'd never buy your kid candy from the checkout aisle. Or forget extra diapers. And never give in to a meltdown. You'd never lick your thumb to clean their face. Never let them have too much screen time. And never bribe them for just one more bite. You say you'd never let them out in public without their hair brushed. Never, ever become a minivan mom. And you'd never give them your phone for a quiet dinner.
Calling boss work phone.
So when you say you'd never leave your child in a hot car, no, it can happen. Cars get hot fast, and kids can be at risk in temperatures as low as 60 degrees Fahrenheit. Never happens. Before you leave the car, always stop, look, lock. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
As veterans, we're no strangers to helping others.
That's what we were taught, service before self.
But we do have one question for the veterans listening.
When was the last time you reached out for help?
If you or someone you know needs resources, whether it's for stress, finances, employment, or mental health, don't wait. Reach out.
Find more information at va.gov/reach. That's va.gov/reach.
Brought to you by the United States Department of Veterans Affairs and the Ad Council.
Are you prepared for an emergency or disaster? Because it's not a matter of if, but when. Don't find yourself saying,
I'll trust water bottles and a flashlight to save the day, but I'll be proved wrong.
With a tornado approaching, I'll realize that I like a wheelchair-accessible shelter.
When the floodwaters rise, I'll be up in the attic with 20 cans of beans. It's a recipe for disaster.
let's prepare so we all have a better story to tell. Get started at ready.gov/older adults. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
Smokey the Bears. Then you know why Smokey tells you when he sees you passing through. Remember, please be careful, it's the least that you can do.
What you desire, don't play with matches, don't play with fire.
After 80 years of learning his wildfire prevention tips, Smokey Bear lives within us all. Learn more at SmokeyBear.com. And remember,
only you can prevent wildfires.
Brought to you by the USDA Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
Out here in the middle of all these acres, it can feel like you're the only person on Earth. And sometimes, that's how it feels when you're going through tough times. Trouble sleeping, your mind racing. So what do? We get help. There are people in our community who are here for us. Sometimes, just talking to someone can make all the difference in the world. Find more information at loveyourmindtoday.org. That's loveyourmindtoday.org. Brought to you by the Huntsman Mental Health Institute and the Ad Council. Out here in the middle of these acres, it can feel like you're the only person on Earth. That's how it feels when you're struggling with your mental health. But you don't have to feel alone. Find more information at loveyourmindtoday.org. Brought to you by the Huntsman Mental Health Institute and the Ad Council.
Check the back seat. Check the back seat.
Gets in your head, right? Good, because every year dozens of children are forgotten in the back seat. Cars get hot fast and can be deadly, so get it in your head. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Your family is your legacy. Planning for a natural disaster will make sure you're all safe. Visit ready.gov/plan today for the tools and tips you need to protect that legacy. That's ready.gov/plan. A message brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
Veterans, whatever you're going through, don't wait. Reach out. Find resources at va.gov/reach. That's va.gov/reach. Brought to you by the United States Department of Veterans Affairs and the Ad Council.
Familia Mendoza empieza así el día. Por suerte pueden terminarlo así. El bosque, más cerca de lo que crees. Entra en descubreelbosque.org y encuentra el bosque más cercano. Un mensaje del Servicio Forestal de los Estados Unidos y el Ad Council.
You went car shopping, you meant business. You aced vehicle history searches and test drives. Now you've got your wheels. If you manage that, you can get your retirement plan on track. Visiting aceyourretirement.org can help. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
Everyone, Al Roker here. As a guy with his own catchphrase, I appreciate that Smokey's only said,
only you can prevent wildfires.
But I'm filling in because there's a lot more to report. Like when there are parched or windy conditions out there, you gotta be extra careful with things like burning yard waste. After all, wildfires can start anywhere, even in your neck of the woods. Go to SmokeyBear.com to learn more about wildfire prevention. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
I learned patience from my adoptive dad. All he had to say was,
"Hey, you got this. Just breathe." Hey, we're pretty good.
Yeah.
Might have to start a band.
I got it.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Visit adoptuskids.org to find out more. This message is brought to you by Adopt US Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
Babes, what are you doing?
What? I'm just mowing the lawn.
No, it's blazing hot and dry out here. Don't you remember? Smokey Bear says,
avoid using power equipment when it's windy or dry.
Where'd you learn this?
Oh, it's on
SmokeyBear.com with many other wildfire prevention tips.
Right. Thanks, Honey Bear.
Because remember, only you can prevent wildfires.
Brought to you by the USDA Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
Hi, we're the Goo Goo Dolls. We're fortunate that we can give our daughters everything they need to grow and learn. But not every child can focus on classes and play dates.
Nearly 13 million kids in the U.S. face hunger. That's 1 in 6. School lunch might be their only meal each day, and it's heartbreaking to imagine any child going to bed hungry. We're dreaming of a perfect day when kids can smile, play, and just be kids without worrying about where their next meal will come from. Feeding America is working to make that perfect day a reality.
Each year, the Feeding America network of food banks rescues billions of pounds of good food that would have gone to waste. That food is given to families and children in need. Being a kid should be about doing things that make an ordinary day extraordinary. Learning to play an instrument, building a sandcastle, hosting tea parties. Hunger should never be an obstacle to growing up.
You can help end childhood hunger in your community by visiting feedingamerica.org.
Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
Hi, I'm Smokey Bear, and I made an assistant to help you out, because only you can prevent wildfires.
Hey, Assistant Smokey Bear, call me Papa Bear, because I'm grilling up dinner. Do you get it?
Yes, good job.
So, what should I do with all these coals?
Don't just toss them out. Put them in a metal container because those embers can start a wildfire.
I understand. The stakes are high.
Ha, 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 ha.
Learn more at SmokeyBear.com.
Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
Wake up and text. Text and eat. Text and meet up with a friend you haven't seen in forever.
Hi.
Oh, hey. Text and complain that they're on their phone the whole time. Text and listen to them complain that you're on your phone the whole time. Text and whatever. But when you get behind the wheel, give your phone to a passenger. Put it in the glove box. Just don't text and drive. Visit StopTextsStopWrecks.org. A message from NHTSAA and the Ad Council.
Hi, we're the Goo Goo Dolls. We're fortunate that our daughters have what they need to grow and learn. But that isn't the case for nearly 13 million kids in the U.S. that struggle with hunger.
Childhood hunger is a heartbreaking reality that Feeding America is working to change. Each year, the Feeding America network of food banks rescues billions of pounds of good food that would have gone to waste and provides it to families and children in need.
You can help kids in need in your community by visiting feedingamerica.org.
Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
Listen up, get tight.
This is the most important timeout I've ever called.
Things are getting out of control out there, and we need to regroup.
Hate.
Hate is winning out there.
Not on these fields.
In our communities. On our streets. In our schools.
And we need to stop it.
So let's take this moment
To change the momentum.
and call a timeout
On hate. Together.
Together.
Craftsmanship that lasts a lifetime is Florida Cabinet Distributors. With over 20 years in business and 39 years of woodmaking experience, they proudly serve Northeast Florida to Southeast Georgia, delivering custom woodwork that combines precision, beauty, and durability. Whether you're dreaming of a custom kitchen, bathroom vanity, fireplace and mantel, entertainment center, outdoor kitchen, or even a full library, we can build it at Florida Cabinet Distributors, exactly the way that you envision. Hey, no project is too big or too small. If it's made of wood, Florida Cabinet Distributors can make it. Call or text Steve today. Yes, they gave us his personal cell number, 904-874-3442. That's 904-874-3442 to book today. Florida Cabinet Distributors. Craftsmanship that lasts a lifetime. Blue Line Soft Wash is a veteran-owned and operated company dedicated to bringing integrity and precision to exterior cleaning. Founded by a retired law enforcement officer, and we proudly back the men in blue. Blue Line Soft Wash upholds the values of service, commitment, and attention to detail in every job. Trust Blue Line Soft Wash to protect and enhance your property with the same dedication they once gave to protecting our community. Protect and serve. Protect your car with Blue Line Soft Wash today. Dubby Energy provides high-quality energy drinks with a blend of natural ingredients, ensuring a clean and effective energy boost without the crash later or even the jitters. Dubby Energy is committed to helping individuals stay energized and perform at their best. When you need to have a little energy boost without all the lag or fatigue, let Dubby Energy take care of your body today. Use the promo code CRN for 10% off of your order every time. Dubby Energy. Eastern Technical Design Incorporated provides design and drafting services for commercial, industrial, and residential construction. Services include architectural renderings, preliminary plan design, as well as final construction drawings. These drawings include all the necessary structural, building, plumbing, and mechanical electrical plans as required to produce and deliver a finished building and/or structure. This company is proudly owned by LFRL's Tracy Brown. Eastern Technical Design. Contact them today at 252-245-1599 or email them at easterntechnicaldesign@gmail.com. Commercial, industrial, and residential construction. Eastern Technical Design is the perfect plan for your building needs. We'll welcome you back. Coverage rolls on after an extended commercial break. My goodness. Mark Coates, Robbie Worrell, we needed it.
Man, I got a crink in my neck.
You want a soda? You want a drink? You want a tea? I know you don't like Lipton, but that's all I've got.
I got my sweet tea right here, brother. Yeah.
This is like watching the U.S. tennis tournament or something.
I was just about to say the same. It's like watching in the U.S. Open in tennis. Left to right, left to right, left to right.
We will check in a moment with our All-State sideline reporters as the third quarter in the fourth highest scoring game in North Carolina High School Athletic Association football history continues. Number 4. Yeah. I've got some stats. I'm going to give it to you here in a minute like candy on December, like trick-or-treating for Halloween. But first, they got their mics fixed. Me and Bree went to the box and did some MacGyver stuff and added a little more hamster turning the wheel to make it sound a little better. Braxton, you're taking what we saw out of Shelby, and we're ready to see what they do here in the third quarter, my friend.
Oops.
Braxton, if you cut your mic on. Cut your mic on. Kevin, yeah, there we go.
You got me?
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. Kind of. It was.
Yeah. Well, there's another big hit. Somebody just got dropped.
Well, the quarterback scrambled. Everybody was covered. He scrambled to the middle of the field, slid. They didn't call a penalty on that, so it'll be 1st and 10 from about the 34-yard line for Shelby.
All right, Brax, so let's toss it down to you now. What you got, buddy? Which mic is Braxton using? I think he's using the Sennheiser.
You got me?
Nice grab.
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, it was a back and forth first half. I mean, both teams, again, like you said, U.S. Open, left, right. And it was, the coach said a lot of video. I mentioned that right before the half. He said one of those teams just has to get a stop. He's like, I hope it's our guys. But, I mean, they've got guys making plays, and we've got guys making plays. So he's like, it's just a matter of which defense is going to get the biggest stop right now. And so far, Shelby has been able to get stops in the first half. Not as many, but...
Yeah, and that's exactly, you're exactly right, Braxton. And you know, Kinston's got to come up with a stop. I had a second just to kind of talk to the Kinston coaches downstairs after at halftime.
Yeah.
Say, Coach, what do we do here? You know, do we change the formations? Look, do we bring pressure? We got to get the quarterback off the spot? You know, and he's like, you know what? Hey, we just got to tackle better.
Somebody said that this was like a high-scoring video game, no doubt.
Yeah, exactly. You're exactly right.
I hate to tell them, but tackling ain't the problem.
Yeah.
Let's check in with Kevin Stump. Kevin, your take of this game in just a moment is hold that thought as Kinston's trying to wrap up Shelby. 56-41. What is your take of things covering it for the Vikings? Still a lot of football left to go, my friend.
Yeah, absolutely. And they're getting fired up still on the sidelines. You know, they've got their game plan going, trying to, like you said, somebody's going to have to come up with a defensive stop, or it's going to be somebody's playing NCAA 2025 on beginner level, because there's no defense at all. They turned off the defense.
And that was the quote. It was offense. It was high scoring. And that's exactly what we're seeing right now. Kevin and Mark is... Well, we'll now watch it catch bait again. Let the high-flying game continue. More people. I'll tell you something else as well. The more high-flying, the more the risk-taking they're doing, the more they got a risk of injuring themselves with these crazy plays they're making, too, trying to score, Robbie.
Yeah, I tell you, I said the Shelby receivers, I like the way they catch the football. I mean, that last catch was a contested catch right there, and the receiver hung on to it nicely, so I like that. You know, now we'll tell you that Kinston is bringing a little more pressure, like we talked about.
Up the middle,
the first couple
Woods.
drives.
Pushing, driving, drops at the one.
Yep, he's going to get down to the one.
Jonas Woods, the freshman running back for Shelby, is down at the one.
Fumble. Are they calling a fumble? No, they're calling for somebody in. Somebody's
player down.
Yeah, the freshman was down.
Yeah, Woods is down a minute, but
for a second, it looked like he was. He's in trouble. Jonas Woods is down, everybody. Number 26, the star freshman running back for the Shelby Golden Lions, is down on the field as we step away and take an injury timeout also.
The North Carolina High School Athletic Association welcomes you to tonight's game. We are excited to celebrate the hashtag NCHSAA Game Locked In, which honors everything that makes high school sports special.
Let's continue to create a positive, welcoming environment for everyone. Cheer loudly, support your team, show respect to officials, opponents, and each other.
Let's make tonight's game one to remember, full of pride, positivity, and what it means to be truly locked in.
We have an injury on the field. Jonas Woods is down. Braxton Cutchin bound to you for another All-State Sideline Report. Remember, Tar Heel State, North Carolina, you're in good hands with All-State. Contact your local All-State agent for a quote today, especially getting closer to the holiday season. What a star player of Jonas Woods. That's not a good thing, Braxton, being down on the field right now.
She was able to have it was kind of went down grimacing at the ankle there and tried to make it off the field. His buddies helped him off, and then all of a sudden, as he was making it to the sideline, just collapsed and fell down. And it seems to be, I think, that left ankle that's been a bother for him.
Well, he's back up. Yep. He's on his feet again. They're going to check him out, obviously. I mean, Robbie, what's the protocol there? He is starting to walk under his own power.
Yeah, he's all right.
Kind of let him see the trainers look him over and say, okay, you're good, get back out there?
Well, obviously it's going to be his call. You know, can he go? But, he's going to want to get back in there. Obviously, state championship game. He is a freshman. Shelby continues to play well. He'll be back here. I would expect that.
Hey, by the way, don't forget, Community Radio Network has coverage of the 78th East-West All-Star football game next week for Greensboro, and we got a touchdown in the end zone.
Quarterback carry number 8.
QB keeper number 8, Land Farmer scores, and here we go again.
Right out of the gate. Hey, that one took 3 minutes, so watch it now. That was 2.5 minutes. We don't know what went on.
Farmer with the 1 yard carry.
You know, we talked about a team's got to get a stop, you know, and somebody's going to have to get a stop. One of these two defenses is going to have to step up and make some changes, make some adjustments. But, you know, when you have 900 yards of offense in the first half, I don't know what adjustments you can make.
Number 81.
Rob, there's still only 11 guys on the field.
Oh, yes. Here you go. This is the history I wanted to show you. Look at this.
Oh, scoring up. Oh, that'll be way blown out.
Right now, Shelby and Kinston is number 4 on the all-time list of scoring games.
Robbie's got
it. 41.
Yep, 117 is the total where Raleigh defeated Asheville.
I have the history of the entire
117.
up to it. So Raleigh 117, Asheville, there you go, tied 1914, and then there's the other ones, 109 to 69, Greensboro, Dudley, and Greenville, Rose, 40. Then we have another time of Western Alamance, 98.
So 117, you're 14 points away from breaking it.
Yep, 14 points away, and it's going to be obliterated. It's going to be 140.
You predict that? You think?
I think it'll be a 140. It's going to be 140 points. This game could very easily be 80 to 60 when we're done.
Let's say thank you to Patrick Johnson for sending me that information there, PJ, PP man. What you got, Rob Mark?
No, I was just going to say a little fun. What did you say, 140?
He said 140. I said 140. Yes.
140. Damn. I was going to make a bet with you, but I believe I can't test you on that one because I think you're right.
You can't make yourself say 141.
No, I can't. No.
Unbelievable.
I was going to say the closest one to it buys the first beer.
The drinking game with Mark.
I tell you. But Kinston returned the kickoff there out to the 25-yard line. And this is, you know, the last drive that Kinston started in the first half was at the 23. This was at the 25. That's the worst starting position that they've had all game. It's always been 30 to 35. But they'll set up shop, see how they do on their first offensive drive of the second half. And the quarterback, Jones, who got injured in the first half, seems to be okay. He's back in there. They try a little sweep out, a little jet sweep out to the right side. Pick up 3 yards on the play. They bring up second down and about 7 from the 27-yard line, 28-yard line.
4, Landon Hollifield for Shelby.
Be interesting to see when Jones tries to throw the football. What does he come up with? How much oomph, how much velocity can he drive with the football if he does have that hurt wrist?
Now this is what we're being told, and I had just talked with TV. I'll give you the announcement here in a minute, as we'll see now and watch what Jones will do. Back out again, catch made, catch at midfield by Kinston, the white and gold. It is good to number 3 of Tyler.
Number 2.
Number 2 of Tyrek. Yeah, I'm Copper. Tyrek Copper. What I was going to say was this. TV informed me that the entire state of North Carolina is broadcasting this game. The purpose of doing that was to make sure every game get their creditable due. Mm-hmm. There might be a delayed start of Tarboro and Murphy.
Okay.
The plan is to get this game done, obviously. Catch made. Here you go, number 2, Tyrek Copper. He'll drop it midfield.
Once again, complete to Copper.
Number 4, number 15 on the stop. It's Landon Hollifield and Tyke Watson. So
I tell
Mark,
you guys,
do you agree with that? I mean, it changes the ebb and flow of obviously the start times, but I mean, I guess the the North Carolina High School Athletic Association didn't expect a game like this for the first time at Durham County Memorial Stadium.
That's just
right?
you have to roll. You have to roll with the punches. You can't predetermine the outcome of these games. I mean, you just.
What'd you say? Roll with the changes.
Roll with the changes.
Baby. Yes, sir.
Kevin
it's like building a house. The sub don't show up. You got to adapt. So I mean,
Jones It's a fake. It goes now to Genesis
First
Wiggins, and it'll move the chains for a first down. Hey, Kevin, let's check in with you where you're at, man. Obviously, Kinston driving here, but they're taking a lot more time off the clock than what we've seen in the previous first half of football, scoring quickly right now.
Yeah, absolutely. It's just, they have slowed down a lot. Kinston is just trying to methodically work down the field with what they've got. Shelby's still getting a lot of pressure back to the quarterback and having to pressure him a lot, so need a little bit more out of the offensive line.
Play clock at under 20 seconds, 15 now as Kinston comes back to the line. It'll now be a 1st and 10 on the 41. Jones fires, screen play, catch made. 2 or 3 defenders, missed tackles made. He goes down. All right.
Yeah,
a little slow getting up, but that was number 5, by the way, Brennan Chambers with the football. He's been a star player in the first half of this game, by the way.
Yeah, they tried the screenplay. Kinston tried the screenplay once again. They're a little slow developing that time, so it didn't pick up as much as the first 2 times it was run. So you look at it now, picked up 3, 2nd and 7. I really like both these quarterbacks. They're big-bodied kids. They're 6'3", 210, 6'3", 230. Big-bodied kids. They look like they got good control of their feet, their arm, good field recognition.
Yellow flags are flying. Football's
in the
air. Catch made.
Triple
coverage. He caught the football. He's in the end zone. Pep Brown, but will it count? There is yellow laundry on 2 ends of the spectrum.
I don't care if there is a flag. That's a pretty throw and a pretty catch.
Holding on the offense of Kinston. Touchdown will count.
Yeah, it's holding on Kinston, so the call's going to come back. And, once again, there was an ill-advised throw in the first half by Jones. That one there was into triple coverage, so it's not like that's going to be an easy throw to find. But his receiver, he trusted his receiver to go up and get the football, which he did. Unfortunately, the play got called back because of a holding penalty.
I'd love to know what that young man's vertical is.
Yeah, he was up.
He was up.
Yeah, so he could have hurdled over top of me. He was that high.
Yeah, we'll be set 2nd down and
Triple
18
man
now.
coverage.
Wow.
And it was no good. The touchdown does not count for Pep Brown, the sophomore. And they'll back him up 10 yards. 2nd and 17, ball on the 48.
Wow.
And now Mr. QB1, Tyler Jones, who actually was a little slow at an injury. He goes down. Crum dropped him there. So number 4.
Yeah, try a little pop pass
Holyfield
there.
made the stop.
Yeah, try a little pop pass there, and the backer read it well. Now it's going to be 3rd and 23 now.
Sorry, I mean to cut you off, but also you can talk to Braxton too. Probably the wind is definitely picking up down here, so it's going to definitely make the throws and stuff a little bit more.
Look at the flags.
Yeah, we're seeing the lights on now. The lights are illuminated around the field here at Willie Bradshaw Field, the home of the Shaw Bears, and the wind has picked up as Jones is juking, jiving, trying to break away from 2 or 3 defenders. He makes
intercepted.
Intercepted by Shelby. Picked off, and the run is on as he goes down. Number 0, Kendrick Raper. Taking it away from Kinston again like candy from a baby.
He should have gone out of bounds.
Yeah, throw the ball away. Throw the ball away so you can punt it. An ill-advised throw late once again. He threw the ball late into coverage. You can only live on the edge of the sword so often, and that's a couple throws now that he's made that, the one into triple coverage was close. This one here actually got picked off. He had an interception in the first half as well. So let's see where we're at. But now Shelby set up 1st and 10 from the 40-yard line, moving in, the plus 40, as we say.
Our technical mic issues could not allow us to grab the word with the coaches. Braxton and Kevin will grab them, obviously, at the end of this game. What a game it has been. Tarboro Murphy on the other side at the finish of this one in Durham. Back to Hickory. Back here later tonight for Creston Hunt. Down at the 30, catch made. Number 1 with the football, obviously, for Shelby. That is Emmanuel Collins from Farmer, and it's complete.
Yeah, it's a 1st down, 10-yard play. Farmer stepped up into the pockets. Ball got spotted. Clock starting again. 4:50 left in the 3rd quarter. This 3rd quarter is flying by compared to what we had earlier.
It is. Mark, I think you're happy about that, right?
I am.
Here we go. Farmer gives it to Woods. Woods will drive up again. He'll go to the 25.
And good to see that Woods is back in after hurting his ankle a few plays back. So it looks like he's okay there. Picks up 5, second 5.
So if you hurt your ankle, what did the trainers do quickly, Robbie, to get you back out on the field?
They'll go check mobility, and if it's still stable, which it obviously was, you probably just twist it. They'll respat it. So they'll tape the outside of the shoe with tape on it to try to give it some stability.
Gotcha. Make it. Tighten it up, if you will.
That's right.
Here we go. Woods from the handoff. Goes to Farmer. Farmer Woods, and Woods is driving. He's heading to the W Energy red zone. He'll drop at the 18.
And he'll pick up the first down, so it'll be first down for Shelby. And what Shelby's doing here is Shelby's going to the run, because they've got a 3-score lead, a 22-point lead, whatever. So they're going to the run. As long as it's working as well, keep running the football. No reason to throw it around.
That was, by the way, number 19 of Cuthbertson. Tykerin Cuthbertson on the tackle, the linebacker for. And Isaiah Newton, number 19 for Kinston. Here we go now. Farmer, pink shoes, got time. They're giving him time, plenty of time. Finds his man, end zone catch, touchdown, Shelby.
Farmer's pass complete.
Catch made, number 6 in the end zone. That is Kiari Corey.
As we said, got plenty of time to survey the field. They tried to get the little shallow cross to work. They had the guy coming from the far side, about a 3-yard route underneath the backers to get the shallow cross, but because it was covered, which opened up the backside, so he throws the post for the touchdown over the top.
Look, I can't fuss at the Kinston DBs. It's just the front 4, front 6 just start putting no pressure on nobody.
And my apologies. The jersey is crunkled up. I thought it was Corey. It's actually Lorenzo Roseboro again with another touchdown.
That'll be his third tutty of the day, third touchdown of the day.
And the PAT, a hat trick for Roseboro. And it is now 70-41.
You're 7 points away from breaking the all-time scoring record.
Yep, that's exactly
regardless of who's ahead right now, which Shelby is by 29.
It is. By the way, 35-point lead, even if it's the state championship running clock, right, Robbie?
It still goes. Yep, it still goes.
Well, that's what I was getting ready to say, and Shelby's one touchdown away from forcing that right now.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's a 35-point running clock once you get there in the second half, unless it's agreed upon prior to the game or during the game. But it will be a 35-point differential with one more score from Shelby and a running clock for the remainder.
Let's get a touchdown scoring recap for Shelby now. 70, Kinston 41. Braxton Cutchin for an All-State Time report.
Yeah, I mean, it just, again, like clockwork right now for Shelby. They've been able to orchestrate their way down the field. The interception definitely helped off of a poor decision from Kinston's quarterback there. But, it seems Farmer has just been able to do whatever he's wanted. He's had time. The O-line has given him great time. He's been able to sit there, go through his progressions, and he's such an arm talent that he can find any receiver on the field.
That report presented by Allstate, reminding you, North Carolina Tar Heel State, you're in good hands. With Allstate, contact your local agent today for providing service near you.
Yeah, he's 19 for 26 on the day with 434 yards. And I think he's got 6 touchdowns now, I think.
70-41. What did you say, Mark? 7 points away from a tie?
Didn't they say 117's the record?
117's the record.
Well, you're at 111 right now.
Yeah, 6 points,
6 points away. Another touchdown would be the record to tie. The PAT would break it.
Yep.
We are amongst history. Here comes Kinston. And they return on the kickoff return to around the 31-32, and they'll go down.
21 on the return.
By the way, that was number 21, the return of Jamoris Poole.
Yeah, and number 28, Des Hine. Or Heine.
Heine?
On the stop. Yep.
You want to have a Heineken later?
Oh, not a Heineken.
Bree is not 21, so she's the designated driver, though. Got that new car from graduating, right?
Look out now.
She's got that vroom. She actually did really good. She did good going in reverse to park in my driveway today, so I got to give her credit. Wesley Outland Driving School. Here we go.
Now that is scary.
Fire.
That
throw.
Is scary.
It's the catch.
Nope,
Almost picked off. Two-man coverage. It is incomplete.
Yeah, number 6 there for Shelby.
Second and
Corey,
10.
that's Kahari. Corey's got a couple tutties, or at least one tutty today.
Yeah.
And also number 2, I believe, was also on the coverage, which was Derek Key Jr.
It was intended for number 5 of Brennan Chambers.
Yeah, Key came
That
over from the safety
coverage
position.
by Shelby made a great stop, Robbie. Wow.
Yeah, had double cover out. The safety came over. The ball was thrown a little high in the air out there, so Jones was trying to lead him out there. Safety came over the top to break it up. Nice play there.
48 plays, 576 yards for Shelby. 36 plays, 376 yards for Kinston. And I think they just turned the ball over.
Well, no, ball went on the ground. I think he got it back. He got it back. Yeah, Kinston tried to run the draw. If you remember in the first half, they ran the draw after throwing 5, 6, 8 straight. Picked up 9, 10. That time, they ran the draw again. Running back picked up the first down, but lost the football. Went backwards 2 yards. Now it's 3rd and 2 from the 39-yard line.
He actually had the first down.
Yeah, exactly. He had the first, and the ball went backwards on the fumble.
70-41.
Noah Gardner brings up 3rd down, 2 to go.
It's going to get stuffed. Inside zone. They got no movement whatsoever. Pressure from Shelby. Lost a yard, lost 2 yards. Now it's 4th and 4. Kinston's got to go for it because they're down by 29.
The line of scrimmage.
Right now it's a 4-possession game. Hollyfield for Shelby on the stop there.
4th and 4 for Kinston.
4th and 4.
I'd like to see, if they're going to throw the ball, you got to be sure you pass the change. They're playing man coverage, so it's probably going to be a running back. It should be right now to the flat. He went the other
Jones
direction.
catch
Short,
incomplete. It was intended for the deuce and Tyreek Copper. No good, Mark, as you said. Turnover on downs. And can we say Shelby has fantabulous field position to try to make history here, Robbie and Mark?
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yep, 37-yard line. That last play, again, Jones has got to read that play from the start. He reads man coverage, which means if he's got a swing route going on, he's got a backer coming out to cover that back. And the running back came out and was wide open. Jones never looked at him, went the opposite direction, incomplete into double coverage over there. So it sets up Shelby now on the 37-yard line, 1st and 10. Shelby back to the running game. This is a new running back. This is Woods.
He ducked his head and squeezed underneath them.
Got the Kinston defender went flying over the top. Woods goes and picks up 12 down to the 25-yard line. 1st and 10 from the 25.
That was reminiscent of Dwayne Harris in the Military Bowl last year to score a touchdown to beat NC State.
Yep.
Kinston 25-yard line.
So what you got now is it looks like a quarterback Farmer is limping just a little bit. He's probably holding up. Get the play. You got no rush. You got 20 seconds. Clock's running. No reason to go fast if you don't need to.
40-41, and we're a minute left to go here in the 3rd quarter. Guys, I have an update on Tarboro and Murphy and the game. Stand by at the end of the 3rd quarter as there's a throw. Catch made.
That's your record.
Made. There's a new record.
It's tied.
It's tied now. A PAT will make this the highest scored game in the history of the North Carolina High School Athletic Association.
And the 3rd quarter.
Right now, Kendrick Raper just put a touchdown for the Golden Lions. What you got, Mark?
And the 3rd quarter ain't over with 1 minute and 3 seconds remaining.
Yep. Now you also have a running clock.
The PAT will make it 118.
Yep.
It beats 117 of a record for the most points in a state
So you're at 35. The clock
game.
should be running right now.
Not yet.
Well, that's not what it was explained to me. I was told when you scored that 35th point.
If the running clock begins at the starting of the kickoff of a 35-point lead, right? And history's made, ladies and gentlemen. 118th point. This is the highest scoring game in a state championship game in the history of the North Carolina High School Athletic Association.
Yeah,
unbelievable.
What an offensive battle this is. It's just back and forth, and Shelby is just. I mean, we talked about Farmer being a little bit injured on that last one. All of a sudden, he stands in and throws a little slant, and the guy goes into the house. A little 5 yards. Supposed to be, and it ends up being 13-yard touchdown.
Robbie, running clock, right? Yep. So it will happen on the kickoff, and the clock runs.
As soon as the ball's kicked, it should run.
Gotcha.
And then, the only time it stops now is injuries and timeouts.
Well, what was
there you go.
What was explained to me is when they scored a 35th point,
yep,
you let the clock run completely all the way through to PAT, and then you stop it, and then on the kickoff you start it back. That's what I was told.
So you actually start the clock during the PAT as well?
No. You allow the clock to continue running after the continuation of the touchdown.
Well, the running clock will begin now. Kinston is down by over 35 points. Under a minute left to go, and we got some grappling going down here. 12-7, getting chippy. Jamari Rosber as well as Calvin Ramser. All right, running clock.
Yep.
Here's the deal. This is what I've been informed. They are warming up at Murphy and Tarboro. They plan a 5 o'clock kickoff.
And you should be fine.
TVs are going to split, is what we're being told. That's what I've just been told. TV's going to split. There will not be a delay. The game will begin at 5 o'clock, so beginning in about 2 minutes, Josh Schreiber and Alan Dietz will have coverage on the CRN Mixler app. I want to remind you, go to Mixler.com, put in Community Radio Network.
Wow.
As there goes a pick, and it's a takeaway by Shelby. Number 13 just stole the football. Julius Brooks. Sorry, I'm giving out a public service announcement, but they just took the football again. Shelby did. Intercepted football. So let me clarify again. We will stay live on wearecrn.com, 87.9 FM. If you want to listen to the Tarboro-Murphy game, pregame begins at 4:45, kickoff at 5. Josh Schreiber and Alan Dietz at Hickory at Board Stadium will have that game. We'll be back here at 8 for Hunt and Crest.
Yeah, it's good. And you got 22 minutes of game time. You got 12 minutes. Fourth quarter is about to start because the third quarter just ran out on that last play. So you got the fourth quarter about to start here. Nice interception by Shelby. It was undercut by the free safety. Not a bad throw. Not a bad throw. Just, again, I think Jones at this point in time is trying to force the ball a little bit, throwing into coverage a little more often than he did in the first half, trying to make something happen. Obviously, being down 36, you're trying to make something happen every possession. So the last one just resulted in interceptions.
So, Mark, they basically did, like you said, they've made the decision to kind of cover what part of regions they're doing for TV. And then there's going to be updates brought to both TV affiliates at the same time. So that's what's going to happen.
Learn and grow.
Gotcha.
At first, they were saying, no, we need to just stick with this one. Now they're saying we're going to have a 5 o'clock start time. I think they want to try to stay on schedule.
That, and also this one was closer. If this one was not 36, I think they'd stay here because this is an exciting football game.
Yeah, it's a running clock, too. Yeah. So this game should be done before 5 o'clock,
yeah, you got 20 minutes.
Well.
As soon as they snap this football, it's going to start running and be done. So.
Yeah. Braxton, back down to you, a timeout, man. What an opportunity for Shelby to obviously make history, highest scoring football game in state history of a championship, but also they're leading the way, 77-41, fourth quarter and a running clock to start it here in Durham.
Yeah, the coach asked for defense there at the half. He was like, hey, I would like for the defense to get some stops, and they've already forced 2 picks since the start of the second half, and going into fourth quarter, 77-41. I think the coach is going to be pretty pleased with how his defense has started the second half.
This is what they wanted. This is what they got.
A little bit of separation so that you can now get the running clock. We're in a TV timeout right now, but it's about to come back off.
Kevin, anything you want to throw out there? Man, obviously, I know you're on the spectrum of the Kinston obviously Vikings at 77-41, but a valiant effort. I just think Shelby is just... Man, they've just got something. I mean, it's just something in the water over there in Cleveland County, North Carolina.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's just like the wind's still blowing, but the wind ain't blowing in their sails no more. They've kind of hit rock bottom right here. So they're going to have to try to come up. Oh, there's some flags right there being thrown for somebody.
Wow, we're already seeing penalty markers thrown down.
Yeah,
they didn't even start the fourth quarter, and we got flags on the play.
And I'm still just kind of amazed that Shelby is the number 10 seed out of the West, and Kinston is the number 14 seed out of the East. That just still, and for them to be putting up these kind of Madden video game numbers is ridiculous.
The referee cues up.
Unsportsmanlike.
Unsportsmanlike conduct on Shelby.
Yeah, I think we had a little
So they call a penalty there on the Golden Lions.
Yep. Little taunting going on in the offensive huddle, taunting and again, towards the Kinston bench, and the officials caught it. So
don't forget 8 o'clock tonight. Hunts and Crest. Hunt's first time. What do they call it? Mojo, right, Mark? Mojo and Wilson.
Mm-hmm.
They will play Crest. That will be a battle for the 5A championship. 6A title game. Man, that was a good one. And we are entitled to some other great games. Tarboro Murphy, they've just gone live on the CRN Mixler app. And Robbie, we sit down here for the running clock starting fourth quarter.
Yeah, if I'm Shelby at this point in time,
made, by the way.
Yeah, 118 points, highest scoring game ever in state playoff history. If I'm Shelby here, I'm going to let the play clock run down inside, 7, 6, 5 seconds before I call a snap, which I'm sure the Shelby coaches are aware of, and they'll do that. So as you see Farmer standing right there, he snapped it with 6 seconds left.
Running clock. Shelby running, driving already to the 20 in the red zone.
Takes the handoff, carries.
Yeah, Woods right there, little inside trap play, picked up 6 yards, 5 yards, be 3rd down and 5.
Mark, do you turn off the water if you're Shelby, or do you turn up the pressure, keep it on the gas, and don't stop until you reach the finish line? The running clock.
What you may do is you may bring in. You may keep in some key players, substitute a couple of others. You don't want to get nobody hurt, but, you got to finish the ball game. It's 10 minutes and 40 seconds. So you just run your offense, substitute your players, and roll with it. That's all you can do.
Now they're going to get Kinston on a late hit going out of bounds. They didn't let him go. Woods was on the carry off the right-hand side. It's going to be a first down for Shelby, but they're going to get a personal foul and late hit.
Was number 26, Jonas Woods.
Yep, it'll be a first and goal down around probably about the 8-yard line now.
All right, running clock. 10 minutes remaining in regulation. As soon as we finish with this one, we'll have coverage, by the way, of Tarboro and Murphy with Alan Dietz and Josh Schreiber. But we got to finish this one first.
Yep.
Robbie, what a privilege to be able to call. 3 straight days of football. And I'll tell you, they're already talking about doing baseball and the state championships for basketball. And we jokingly said it with Brandon Marie yesterday up at Keenan Stadium. We said, that's 16 games, right? You've got 16 games. You got 8 men games, 8 women's games,
yeah.
16 games. And they said it's going to be a whole week of football, the regionals and state.
Yeah, it would be crazy to do something like that. This has been awesome. This has been awesome.
Here we go. As here comes Woods. Jonas Woods running end zone. The running clock scorings continue. Now it is 118 plus 7.
19 threw a punch. I would expect him to be ejected.
To your left, Bree, down there.
He's going back across the field now.
Yeah, 19 was down there in the corner. Extracurriculars.
There's some more something other.
There's some more stuff going on over there.
There was some taunting at the 10-yard line. You got about 5 flags, including an official's hat down in the left corner.
Now,
of the
what does
end
it mean
zone.
when a hat's thrown?
That's an extra flag,
out of
bro.
flag.
That means they ain't got nothing else to throw.
Yep.
I ran out of that. How many more flags you got? You got any more flags?
The extra flag.
Radio. Remember that movie Radio?
Yeah. Officials sometimes will carry 2 flags. If they carry 2, they'll throw 2. But if they throw the hat, that's like a second flag. It's what they're calling. So they've got a couple personal fouls.
Could there be an ejection that should have happened between Grimsley and Clayton last night?
Finally comes today. Comes out today. So officials are going to talk about it, which is good. You get together and see exactly what you got, but they've also got to mark that they've got some. We talked last night about being unsportsmanlike versus personal foul. Unsportsmanlike penalties are specific to a specific player, so that way the referees have to track that. The foul, personal foul, the unsportsmanlike, and keep a record of it. Because if you get 2 in the same game, you're either DQ'd or ejected, one of the 2.
Hey, let's listen to 2 games at one time.
Hey. Tarboro.
The community radio network is now simulcasting 2 games at one time. You're listening to Alan Dietz and Josh Schreiber at Moritz Stadium in the western part of the state at Hickory for Tarboro and Murphy. That's one of them I'm actually tuned into, and CRN will have coverage of it as well, and all of our affiliates when we're done here. Right now, 7:21. Wow, here we go. 7:21 left.
Yeah, and I see officials with pins out marking on their cards because you carry a little play card as an official. Timeouts, you track, personal fouls.
So I'm thinking ejections here, right, Robbie?
Well, if Mark said 19 through a punch. Let's see if the white hat gives him a boot.
Now, is this 19 of Shelby or 19 of Kinston?
19 of Kinston.
Isaiah Newton.
They pushed one another, and he threw a punch.
Yeah.
The kid from Shelby wanted to react, but he didn't.
Personal foul.
Number 19. Unsportsmanlike conduct. Number 19.
There's the ejection.
So if they did it here, why didn't they do it there in Grimsley and Clayton?
It's a different set of
Chapel
officials.
Hill last night.
Different set of officials is what you have. Now, the difference is this. I don't know, 19.
Hold it, Mark. Hold it, Mark. Hold it, Mark. Hold it, Mark. I see you getting red, Mark. I see you getting red, Mark.
Okay.
I muted him.
Yeah, so what you're going to have here is you're going to have all the yardage is going to be assessed on the kickoff as you go back. So both fouls were against Kinston, so you'll have 30 yards of penalties most likely on the kickoff. 19 has been...
They're saying put minutes back on the clock, 8:21, 8:24.
Yeah, because the clock kept running while the officials were meeting, and that's not, you don't do that even though you have a running clock. So, 19 has been what they call disqualified, okay? So rather versus ejected. And the difference in the two is that disqualified means that if he was coming back next year, which he's a senior, so he's not, he could play in that game, okay? But if you're ejected, you have to sit out a game. Coaches have to go through some trainings. The officials have to write up the whole thing, what happened. If it is, not to say that the officials won't do it, if it's egregious enough to earn an ejection, it'll happen. But if it was a swipe versus a full-blown maul out there in the middle of the field with a punch thrown or whatever, then you'd get an ejection and you would have that player be ejected and not DQ'd.
By the way, a touchdown was scored too.
Yes.
After all of that chaos and mayhem.
Yeah, that's what led to all the happenings at the end. So you're looking at getting to 90 points for the second time this year by Shelby. 90 points on the scoreboard.
Now, obviously, Mark, it was 90-0 when they won that game back in August, I think it was. So, and the PAT is good.
So there's 84-21.
84 to 40.
Oh, I'm sorry, 84 to
125 points.
So I'm 15 points off. I need 2 more scores somewhere.
2 more scores with 8 minutes and 24 seconds to go.
I called the over-under at 140.
Hey, you might as well smash it.
Hey, if you're going to break it, break
it.
it.
Break it right.
Yeah.
Smash it. Shelby has the opportunity to set the new standard that
8 minutes,
what had held since 1914. Is that what I understand?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
111 years.
Yep.
111 years.
117 points. 1914.
Policy as posted.
Little basketball update. I did not know, but USC Upstate, where my son pitched in college, played North Carolina today in basketball. UNC got the win 80-62, but it's nice to hear that the Upstate came over and played. And played them
Carolina
tough.
had a basketball game.
Yeah, played them tough. So kind of like that.
Running clock. Why are they not running the clock?
They're still having conversation because they're marking off those penalties and stuff. He just gave the unsportsmanlike call, so that's going to go that one.
I got you. So they're tacking off the penalty. Now, 19 ejected. He is a senior.
Yep.
What penalties could come from that?
Nothing. He was disqualified. That's why I was saying if he was disqualified, if he was a junior or a
he'd
sophomore,
sit out the first game
he'd
of
have
the
to sit out
year.
the first game of the year. Exactly. But because he's a senior, he doesn't have to, and also because he was DQ'd and not ejected. Again, it comes all down to the terminology and the vernacular of what you use. And they did disqualify him and not eject him. So after the 2 penalties now, Shelby is going to be kicking off from the plus 30-yard line, which is Kinston's 30. Are they going to script kick it? They're going to onside it because, again, if they kick it hard, it's going to go through the end zone anyway.
You might as well onside it. I mean, that sounds like a cheap play to run up the score, but
yeah, I'm not sure you onside, but you squib it. You just squib it down the middle, or you just go ahead and boot it to the end zone and to the upright. Say, hey, I can hit a big field goal, coach.
Yeah, we literally had both broadcasts going at the same time. Obviously, we're simulcasting, and it is Tarboro and Murphy at Hickory coming up. Kickoff in about 7-8 minutes from now, and we're about 8 minutes remaining in regulation with a running clock. Highest scoring game ever in the history of the North Carolina High School Athletic Association. Today in Durham, 84-41, first ever. This is the inaugural visit of the state championships in Durham, and this is one we are not forgetting here at Woolley Bradshaw Field, Robbie.
And on the kickoff, number 80, Preston Ash, who's a freshman, tried to kick the ball through the uprights. It came up just short, so it was kind of a cool moment for him as a freshman. The coach said, "Hey, dude, go boot it through the uprights, see if you can do it."
1914, Robbie, Mark, the last time it was the state championship tied game, Raleigh and Asheville. It was a tied game at 117 when the game ended.
Tie game at 117.
Pass from Jones is complete to number 0, Wiggins.
I mean, there it is.
Yeah,
a tied game, 117 to 117 when it ended.
That's crazy.
On the play.
Well, no, that can't be. That would have been 234 points scored. It's 117 to nothing.
Yeah,
117 to nothing.
I got you.
Raleigh over Asheville.
Yeah, there's a typo there on there.
That'd be 234 to nothing.
That's what it is. It says 117 points, Raleigh 117, Asheville 0.
Yep.
They just didn't put the 0. All right, let's see what Kinston can do. 0 on the return.
Yeah,
Genesis Wiggins.
Jones completes to Wiggins. Pick up of about 7. Bring up 3rd and 3. First down didn't go anywhere, so you had a little dump off pass and second down. So now you've got 3rd and 3.
Jones to Wiggins.
Brings up 3rd down and 3 to go.
Oh, boy.
3rd and 3.
3rd and 3. Guys, we need a reset. We got a game coming up at 8 o'clock tonight.
Yeah, and as we've talked before,
I'm sure y'all going to go find somewhere to eat, aren't you?
Mark,
are you gonna find,
we're going to figure something out, So, but, you look at both these squads. The game obviously is not what you wanted to have happen if you're
Wiggins,
Kinston.
Football, keep it. 30, 35, 40. Finally goes down around the 40,
rumbling,
42.
tumbling, bumbling.
Genesis Wiggins.
That was Wiggins with the run, 47 and 29 for the tackle.
And he was kind of folded up a little bit, and he might have come down on an ankle or something, but he is hurt. But
Felice Sweetland and 29 of, oh boy, you want to say that one? Big word.
Which one?
Hazoo Hall, Norris.
Oh, number 29?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Mr. Norris.
Yeah, just say
Mr. Norris. But like we were saying, it's a 40-point differential.
Bad enough it looks like we're trying to pass a driving test.
Or an eye test at the eye doctor.
Hazelcool? Is it Hazelcool Morris, maybe?
Hazaquai?
Hazaquai. Thank you. Our Shelby radio people heard us butchering the guy's name. Hazaquai Norris there.
Yep. Hazaquai Norris. So, congratulations to both these squads. Both squads made it to the state championship. They both had outstanding years. And like Braxton was saying earlier, one's an 11 seed, one's a 14 seed or something. That just goes to say how well they've played the last 3 or 4 or 5 weeks of the season once they got into the playoffs. And we've always talked about peaking at the right time. And clearly with 130 points scored today, both these squads were peaking offensively as you come in. And again, hold your head up high, Kinston. You made it to the state championship. You won the East Region final. Hold your head high. Shelby, congratulations to Shelby for winning the state championship as well. I think for the 15th time, I believe this is Shelby's 15th state championship. Or 13th, I'm sorry.
Yeah, this is
13th. Yep, 13th, 19th appearance or 18th appearance.
Yeah, it'll be 13 and 5
Yep.
in their 19th appearance in their previous 18. And by the way, they played in the state championship in 2021. They won that game 55-34. They played Kinston before 2015 for the 2A title, 57-21. This surpasses Mark all of that tonight.
Yep.
84-41.
Yeah.
And Kevin, down to you for an all-state sideline report. You got to give props to Kinston. They tried to hang with Shelby. I mean, they really did. They're still driving, right? Number 2
absolutely.
running the football of Tyreek Cooper.
And I mean, there's still no giving up on them. So I mean, they still, they're not moving a whole lot on the sidelines, but they're still running, plays trying to go ahead and get down the field, maybe try to get another score.
Yeah, and I think that when you come in here, you prepare for a team to do some things. I just don't know that they were prepared for what Shelby was going to bring from an aerial attack. I mean, Shelby's going to. If we look at the stats here in a minute, we'll pull them up, but it's going to be 500 yards probably passing. From Farmer, Land Farmer when you look at it. So, it's like and then Jones from Kinston is going to have 300 yards himself.
Jones complete.
So again, it's been a great game. From offensive standpoint.
First down for Kinston.
Not tremendously good from the defensive standpoint. But like I was saying, you got over 1,000 yards of offense. You've got 1,024 yards of offense to this point. There's an incompletion, but again, 459 yards passing by Lamb Farmer, and 373 yards passing by Jones. But over 1,000 yards of total offense. Like I said, 1,012. It looks like of total offense.
Yeah. Mark, Coach, back to you. What do you got to say about Kinston? I know they're not going to, obviously make it to the dance and win a state championship for their second time. They're 1-2. This will make them 1-3. But again, they're going to fall short. But they were really competitive at one time, though, in the first half.
Well, I mean, hats off to them. I mean, they came out here. They were competitive. I mean, it was back and forth. Fumble.
Balls on the ground.
Did Kinston get it back?
I don't know. He turned.
Carry number 0.
I can't tell.
Could it be Shelby? No signal yet by the referees. It is Shelby football. 30 comes up with it.
Run the clock.
It is Shelby football.
Yep.
Number 30 getting it from the pile. Boone Weiss. By the way, Mark, go back to you.
Turnovers and their inability to put pressure on the Shelby quarterback. He has stood back there all day like a statue and just like he's had his picks. The Shelby defensive backs. I mean, it's not Shelby. I'm sorry. The Kinston defensive backs. You can't cover a receiver on that large of a field for as long as Shelby's QB stands behind the line of scrimmage, not being touched.
You let defenders or wide receivers run around because with the quarterback standing back there for 5, 6, 7, 8 seconds.
Yeah,
they're going to get open. You can only cover them for so long. They're going to find a way to get open.
We need to pause for station identification. It's 5 o'clock somewhere.
That's right.
Here in Durham. This game's been going on for over 3 hours. Community Radio Network. We're back in a moment for the finish.
This is the Community Radio Network, WCRN, 87.9 FM, Clayton, Garner, Smithfield, North Carolina. Proud to be in the USA. We are CRN.
How do I say this? Welcome to simulcast coverage of the North Carolina High School Football State Championships on CRN. For those still staying with us here in Durham, or if you're joined with Alan Dietz and Josh Schreiber on the call of Murphy and Tarboro, that's going to be a barn burner. We're back here for the final game of the championships between the Mojo of the Wilson Hunt Warriors and Crest. But what a remarkable record-breaking game we have now, Robbie, with the game ending with 2 minutes remaining. And, yes, Shelby has the football again.
Yeah, and a class act by Shelby, what they just did just then. Their quarterback's a senior. He's had a great day, Land Farmer. The quarterback's a senior. They're starting to get excited down the side. They just doused the coach with the water bottles.
Settling in.
Yeah, but Shelby took a 5-yard penalty, brought the starters on offense out, took a 5-yard penalty to delay a game so that the quarterback, Lamb Farmer, could come off the field and get his last moment.
Get his recognition.
Yeah, which is nice to have that happen. So number 16 Number 16 is now Cruz Scott. He's a freshman, is in there playing quarterback for Shelby. So he's got 3 or 4 more years left, as he comes in. 3 years left as a footballer there at Shelby.
And this is cool, right? Now you're letting second, third string players get the opportunity, Mark, coach, to play on a college field and experience this level. Obviously, Tyler Tate now getting a chance to run. Number 16 in the QB spot, obviously, of Cruz Scott. He's a freshman, and they're getting a chance to experience their opportunities to close out the state title game of 2025.
Yeah, and that's what you should do. When you've got this big a lead, get everybody in, let them all experience, and get it in. The clock's running. We're 35 seconds away from the ball game being over. This will be the last play of the game right here. But congratulations to Shelby. And I don't know what they're doing in Cleveland County, but Crest is up next for us. And
I say something's in the water, right?
Yeah, it's right there.
11 running the football.
Oh, wow.
Pushing block going on. There's 11 with a break. Let's see what this young man can do. Tyler Tate.
Just go down. Just go down.
Yeah.
That's got a first down. Just go down. That's the ball game.
And I'll just say it's over, Mark. You're exactly right.
Yep.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Awesome.
It will be another state championship going to Cleveland County, North Carolina. In their 19th appearance, they're now 13-5. History made as the highest scoring game in offense history of the NCHSAA state championships. The team, the Golden Lions of Shelby, are your 3A state champions, 84-41, the final here in Durham.
Absolutely. Congratulations to Shelby. Congratulations to Kinston for getting here. Again, great season. You had to do something to get here. Build on that as you move forward, guys. Don't look at the scoreboard and say, we got dog walked, as you say. But, look at it and say, what, we made it here. Very few teams did. There were a lot of teams that started this year wanting to get here. We got here. Let's build on it. We'll see you again next year.
I'm sure if we can, I know Braxton's standing by, hopefully with Coach Mike Wilbanks. They're going to finish the presentation first. Once we finish that, then we can be able to try to grab the coach on both ends of the spectrum. The thrill of victory, the agony of defeat. For Shelby, it's jubilation again. They're 13-5 now in their 19th state championship appearance. And for the second time, for the third time, they're going to fall down to 1-2, or 1-3 actually. Kinston will at a state championship. They have won the title before. They won it back 12-7 in 1955, Robbie and Mark, against Hendersonville. Hendersonville's up near Asheville, ain't it? My buddy Kerry Bodenhammer and all them over there, yeah.
Just over the border, yeah. But,
mountains.
You look at, again, from my standpoint, great quarterback play on both sides of the football today. There were a couple mistakes made, but you're talking about 20 of 27 for Shelby, which is Land Farmer, for 459 yards. And then Mr. Jones from Kinston was 19 for 29 for 373. Couple turnovers as you go, but Kinston averaged 8.7 yards per play, and Shelby averaged 11.3. And when you look at the overall yardage, again, we talked about having 1,000 yards. It's actually 1,063 yards of total offense that we had in this high school football game. So over 1,000 yards of offense, 13 penalties. Time of possession is ironically pretty even. Actually, Kinston had the ball 4 minutes longer than Shelby did. But Shelby, if you remember, they had 2 touchdowns in the first 5 plays of the game. They took one to the house right out of the gate, and 3 plays, and then 2 plays on the next drive. So, all in all, like I said, both teams did a lot of good things tonight. There's a good nucleus of kids coming back for Kinston, a good nucleus of kids coming back for Shelby. I would not be surprised to see both these squads next year make a nice deep run and possibly meet again next year in the state championship game.
Mark, anything you want to add to that, my friend?
No,
you got to put your mic down again.
No, I think
his stomach's grumbling. He was hungry.
It's just it's been an exciting day. I'm happy to be here, calling the game, be a part of history. Shelby has nothing to be ashamed of, everything to be excited about. Congratulations to them on winning another state championship and setting a new record in the process of doing it.
Yep.
Wells Fargo is the official
this will be their
sponsor
6th straight
of
win of the season,
NCHSAA
or actually after
awards.
5 straight wins for Kinston. It's their loss in the state championship. So they obviously will now go to public address as we will do the trophy presentation. Kevin Braxton, if you guys can cut your mics on, please, down on the field to have a better opportunity to hear public address. We'll go now to public address for the trophy presentation.
To receive the state runner-up plaque.
And obviously, once we finish this, hopefully we can grab the coach. Somebody said that it was a video game-esque matchup in the first half. Things kind of changed there. 84-41 the final. Tarboro and Murphy are just about ready for kickoff. That's going to be a good one. Probably.
Yeah, I'm excited about that one. That one, Tarboro, I think, is going for number 3 in a row.
In a round of applause for Kinston. You have had an outstanding
you look at, the final being 84-41. Kinston did not score in the second half. As you go in, it was 56-41 at halftime.
Introducing the 2025 North Carolina High School Athletic Association State Champions, Shelby Golden Lions.
And we'll say it again.
At this time, we recognize head coach.
The PA announcer has really kind of I don't think he realizes it.
Please come forward.
Highest scoring offensive game in the history. Since 1914, it was a 117 to 0 game. 117 to nil against Asheville. Raleigh won it. What a way to represent the capital. That was at Raleigh High School back in the day, Raleigh.
I guess.
Special commemorative t-shirts.
Well, you figured 1914. Clayton was founded in 1901.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know who that is, if that was brought or who it was. But.
Do y'all realize Clayton is going to be in their 125th season? 125th year of being around. Yes.
That's pretty cool.
Next year. Unbelievable. All right, let's go back to public address as they are determining the MVPs, players.
Outstanding defensive player for Kinston for the 21, Jamaris Poole. So congratulations to that young man.
Hands down, it's probably going to go to Tyler Jones, number 3.
I think
for Kinston.
He'll be the offensive player for sure.
Maybe number 5, Brennan Chambers. Maybe Tyreek Copper. Some athletes we saw. Even Genesis Wiggins could be a pick for Kinston's offensive player.
The Outstanding Offensive Player Award goes to number 2, Tyreek Copper.
There you go. I said Copper.
Yep. Copper picks it up. Had a bunch of receptions, some rushing yards. So again, good athlete. Really good athlete as you win. You saw him catch the ball, run great routes, play defense as well. So I like it. The young man is a senior, I believe. Yes, he is a senior, 6'2", 180 yards or 180 pounds. So good future for him. Congratulations to him.
Here it is, defense and offense and MVP for Shelby coming up for the Golden Lions.
Number 0, Kendrick Raper.
There you go. Raper made a lot of noise, Mark, in this game.
Yeah, Raper could have been on both sides of the football, but I think he had 2 picks, which led him to the defensive side as the defensive MVP with 2 interceptions on the day.
Am I missing something? Are they not giving out as many awards here as they did?
The same ones.
No, they're doing the same amount, Mark. They are.
They do 2 and 3.
Yeah.
I was missing something. Did Kinston's QB get one?
No. Tyreek Copper got it.
Lorenzo Roseboro.
There's Roseboro.
There's a man, 3-4 touchdowns?
He had 3 tutties today, I believe. Reception, made great catches, dude. I mean, kid's got great hands, dynamic hands. I love them. Went up and mossed one of the DBs. What you're going to get here, and this is a foregone conclusion. This has got to be Land Farmer.
Individual performances in tonight's NCHSAA State Championship. However, one stood out, and this individual was selected by a panel of media covering today's game.
It's Farmer.
I think it's Farmer, right? I think it's Land Farmer.
Presented by
Mark says it as well, and Robbie. We're all in agreement.
The valuable player for this NCHSAA State Championship game is from Shelby, number 8, Land Farmer.
Yep.
Guys, do you realize for the most part, every state championship game we've pretty much picked the MVP.
We pretty much picked them. That's,
But I need to add something to this.
Yeah, Mark.
Because I'm a father of 2 former offensive linemen.
Okay.
The protection that his line gave them today, he needs to share that with them.
Yes.
They'll meet at Cookout. Don't worry. They'll
get a milkshake.
Some milkshake, tater tot, something. They got a special thing at Cookout. You can get the double thing for $5 or something. Right. You get 4 or 5 items. 3 of those and we'll be covered. So,
he needs to take his mom and daddy up there with him and buy them some.
Yep, exactly.
Congratulations to both our teams on
So here we go. We're awaiting now interviews, as I believe we're going to be tossing it in just a few moments to our buddies Braxton Cutchin and Kevin Stump, All-State sideline reporters, for coaches' interviews, maybe with the losing coach, with Kinston, of course, Coach Ryan Gesselman, and obviously for the Golden Lions head coach, and that is Mr. Mike Wilbanks. The Golden Lions, 19th state championship appearance. They win again. The highest offensive score. Am I saying that correct?
Yep.
Highest offensive
highest scoring game. Highest scoring game. Yep. Highest
by
scoring
both
game.
teams, offensively, offensive points, both ends.
Yep.
And what is 84 to 41? What is that?
125.
125.
So you were 15 away from 140.
Yep. Yeah, the running clock got me. We should have took the under.
125 points, though, is the new record. And we were amongst history. Kevin, Braxton, you guys give your synopsis, and obviously we'll turn it over to the guys at Hickory, Alan Dietz, Josh Schreiber for Tarboro and Murphy. But, man, I know you're going to try to grab some interviews. Braxton, have you ever?
I've not.
I have never, personally. I have never. 84 is just an insane number of points to score in a state championship game.
Yep. Yeah, and as we get through this, you look at the number of games that have gone on so far, and it's now a 4-2 lead for the West over the East.
That's right.
Okay, as we get into the last 2 games, there's 2 games left. It could be tied up 4-4 at the end, or it could be 5-3, 6-2, whatever it is. But you always want to represent both ways on both sides and have some winnings on both sides, which is good.
Kevin, what you got, buddy? I heard you chime up and then you cut off, my friend. But obviously, I know you're on the losing side of it for Kinston. But what a battle! I mean, you even said up here during halftime when we changed out the mics, you said this is like a video game. I feel like I'm watching Madden or NCAA College Game Day or something, right?
Yeah, that's exactly right. I mean, but you got to think, Kinston, they gave it all. They left everything they had on the field. After the game, the coaches and the players were all hugging each other and everybody. So their demeanor out here, they might have been defeated today, but their demeanor was still in the. Well, they were really good.
Yeah.
They had nothing to be ashamed of.
No, and again, at one time they were hanging.
Yeah,
it was back and forth.
It was a one-possession game.
2 plays in zone, 2 plays in zone.
Couple of turnovers, interceptions.
Yeah,
it was a one-possession game halfway through the second quarter. Mm-hmm. So and then like you said, a couple of turnovers. Turnovers will get you. But again, nothing to hang your hat on. To hang your head about. But played well. Played Shelby. Toe-to-toe for a long time. Shelby made a few more plays.
Braxton, Kevin, if you guys grab the coach or the MVP player, please just chime right in, cut your mic on, and say we got him. As, again, we were trying to get some interviews here. And we will prepare for the 8 o'clock game in, 2 hours, 45 minutes time. The final game of the state championship
of the season,
2025
of the season.
Well, not really, because you got the Shrine Bowl. You
got
the 2-5-2-9-1-9
that's true.
Game.
That's true.
You got the All-Star game in Greensboro.
Yeah, that's true.
But for their banner of the North Carolina High School Athletic Association, yes, sir, state championships. But I mean, it's flown by for sure, and it's been great. Braxton, Kevin, somebody going to try to grab the coaches. I know the celebration's going on. You guys are media. You got a mic. Get in there and grab somebody.
I figure Braxton's probably got a better chance than I do because all the Kinston players and coaches are gone.
Yeah, Kinston coaches are gone. Yeah,
they've already departed from here. So,
yeah, the head coach.
Braxton's waiting. I see him down there. He is waiting. So,
yeah, their coaches have to get into their presser.
Yeah, guys, I've got coach. An offensive masterclass in the first half. I heard you talking during your TV interview at halftime. You said you wanted the defense to step up, and they gave up no points there in the second half. What can you say about the way they responded after a video game-like start in the first half for both offenses?
Yeah, just a lot of credit to just coaches and players alike. I mean, they came in, we'd weathered the storm, and Kinston's got a heck of a skill group. I mean, the Copper Kid and the 5 and 0 and 3, they're really good. And they made some plays in the first half, but we talked about you got to win that first 4 minutes of the second half, so the offense got the ball, went down and scored. I thought that was kind of the turning point. Then the defense made a stop. We just needed one stop. They made one stop, and I'm so thankful, and I just, man, give God all the glory, man. Me and God have been talking a lot this week, and God has just shown a lot of favor on me, and I'm so thankful.
Well, I got one last thing for you. I'll let you go. Okay. The Shelby Golden Lions are state champions. How's that sound, Coach?
That sounds really good. I'm so happy, so proud. I'm so happy for these players because they put in so much work. I mean, people talk about young people today don't work or whatever. They have been working since January the 4th, and we've talked about that. They gave up their summer. They gave up their school year. We're done with the semester. And so they have sacrificed a lot to get here, and they have committed themselves to a program, and it has paid off tonight.
All right, thank you for your time, Coach.
Right there. All right. Well, we did get a piece of it. There's the coach, and I love the fact that he said, Coach Mike Wilbanks, all glory to God.
Yeah, absolutely.
I was praying. I was talking to the man.
That's right.
He got blessed at the end.
He got some answers.
Football gods were there for sure.
He got some answers today. So congratulations, Coach Wilbanks, once again, and the Shelby Golden Lions as we go. And look for, he's excited. Obviously, you can tell in his voice, but he's going to celebrate this one for a little while, and they'll get ready for next year. So
Alan Dietz, Josh Schreiber have the call of Tarboro and Murphy. I know that game just got started. It'll be on the Community Radio Network, all of our affiliates, as soon as we go off the air. Mark's going to go grab it. Mark, what are we getting for dinner? What are you getting? What are we getting, boss?
I don't know. There's a Kickback Jacks 1.2 miles from here.
Kickback Jacks.
If you look in proximity, and it's 4.1 stars.
There you go.
The Olive Garden's 10, 11 miles away.
If we go to Olive Garden, get me some meatballs, man. The meatballs.
Texas Roadhouse is 1.2 miles away.
Hey, now that might be a plan there.
Mark is taking his picks. So
I'm
I got to stay here and work on stuff.
We'll bring you some smells back. How about
I'll buy
that?
something. I got you. So
yeah,
Mark, obviously got to get some snacks. We're back. Are you ready for Hunting Crest? I think between Tarboro and Murphy, Clayton and Grimsley, obviously, even though it was an amazing game last night, Hunting Crest, I think, is going to be something we're excited to watch tonight at 8 o'clock for the nightcap of the finale.
I agree.
What you got, Robbie?
Yeah, I mean, you talk about Cleveland County football. You got Crest coming over, which is right next to Shelby as you're going in. And then you got Hunt, who, like you said, they're talking about mojo. Hunt is going to come here for the first time, and let's see how they can react to the atmosphere. Because again, you got to be able to channel that enthusiasm so that you can kick it off and play 48 minutes of your best football, and then go back to Nash County over there, or Wilson County. Wilson County.
Wilson County.
Go back to Wilson.
Not Will.
Go back to Wilson.
But you know what?
There's an imaginary
They don't call it Wilson Hunt anymore. They call it Hunt Warriors, just like
JB Hunt.
They don't call it Durham Jordan. They call it Jordan Falcons.
Well,
me and Kim were thrashed with that when we done the basketball playoff game.
What I'll say is, Hunt is only about 2 years removed from a new coaching staff. Over there. And here they are 2 years later in the state championship.
Done a great job over there, coaching and staff.
Now, isn't Hunt based off of the Governor James Hunt, right? JB Hunt.
Yes, it's JB Hunt.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, it's JB Hunt. And like you said, Mark, the staff over there is a couple years in. They've done a great job. Again, we talked about culture the last couple of days, and what Coach Chadwick's done
in 4 years.
For culture. As you get into this new culture over there for Hunt, JB Hunt High School, it's a lot competitive in there. Like you said, Wilson, they used to say Wilson Hunt, Wilson Betting Field, things like that. But now it's JB Hunt High School. They got some good kids coming in. It's 250 miles from. We'll talk about that when we get going. But head coach Juan Jackson has done a nice job. I've officiated some of his games over there.
What'd you say, Mark? 2 years they turned around that football program at Hunt. Hunt Warriors, a little mojo.
Yeah, and in a couple of their losses, I mean, there are 2 losses this year. One of them's playing for a state championship in Tarboro, and one of them had played into the 3rd round at Northern Nash. So, again, Hunt has played a good schedule. They've won some games. They've run through their conference like you're supposed to, and they're ready for tonight. We'll see how it goes.
2 games remain. Ironically, the penultimate game is for the 2A title. It is in Hickory, North Carolina. We are going off the air from Durham. We're back at 7:30 pregame, 7:40, and we'll get you ready for the game between Hunt and Crest. Until then, for all of our amazing crews, enjoy Tarboro and Murphy, Alan Deeds, Josh Schreiber on the call. For everybody here with Robbie Worrell, Mark Coates, Bree Ramey, I'm Wesley Outland. Thanks to our All-State Sideline reporters, Kevin Stump, as well as Braxton Cutchin. 84-41 the final. Shelby over Kinston.
This copyrighted telecast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or used in any form without the authorized written consent. We hope you enjoyed today's broadcast.
Local radio brings people together like never before.
It's a beautiful hometown weekend out there. We've got
Your local stations keep you informed and involved with music, talk shows, and real-time news updates you can trust. We are live and local. We are America's broadcasters, connecting you to what matters most. Text radio to 52886 and tell Congress to support your local radio stations.
Message and data rates may apply. You may receive up to 4 messages a month, and you may text STOP to STOP.
This message furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters.
The following is an exclusive broadcast presentation of the Community Radio Network. We are CRN. More details at wearecrn.com.